at Viscous, the dagger, the pretty dagger, a water skin, and sorry, I'm waiting for it to roll. There we go. And you've also getting a hunting trap. Those are the things it returns to you. And once those things are spit out at your feet, it stops boiling and it just becomes still.
I'm sorry I yelled at you. I was just upset that you killed my friend, but it's okay. I didn't like the paladin anyway.
Sorry. Kind of just shifts a little bit, but obviously doesn't have any other form of communication.
You didn't finish off your meal. You should at least finish it off, and I pushed Sutha's corpse over to it.
It consumes the rest of Sutha's corpse. Of course, you don't see that. You just see it kind of like gone. Down in the pit, though, once the cheering subsides, you hear a dwarfish man. Roland at this point would be very familiar with this man, and name's Morak, and he's just, hey, we're down here. Throw us a rope.
Rope. Here, have rope. He throws down the other end of his hook.
Excellent, thank you, Orc, and starts ushering the villagers out of the pit. He's staying down. He's kind of leading me. Leading, letting everybody go before him. And so you guys, I'm not going to start pulling all of these tokens because it's just going to be a pain in the butt. But you guys see these villagers kind of coming out. They're looking around, looking at all the dead bodies. A couple of them are like trying not to throw up at the sight of all the gore, especially, right here where these ogres and everything was, because I am with as many things that did die in this area, there's probably blood and intestines,
maggots,
all sorts of nastiness, all over the area. And he once he's got everybody up the rope, he brings everybody outside where they kind of convene to make a plan on the trek back home. What is Roland doing during that?
So Roland would have probably would have also gone near the last to make sure everyone was okay and got up the rope, just like double checking no one is there's no lingering effects from being shoved into a cavern.
Right. Do you want to introduce Roland really quick for our friends at home?
All right. So Roland is a half elf, a celestial warlock. So he's going to be kind of taking a healing-ish role at the same time of doing some damage. He's sort of like an oblivious kind of person. He can get lost in his thoughts easily, that kind of thing. But at the same time, he... So this is for people watching, not characters, right? So...
Yeah.
All right. So he's also kind of the... his patron is... One second. His patron is... Where is the name? Sorry, one second. Sariel, also known as Lightbringer. She's a solar in service to... Wow, where did I write that one?
I don't know. It's your
Coralon Larithian, which is essentially the top god for elves.
Cool. Anyways, what's Roland up to?
So Roland made sure that they all were able to get out as well, in addition to the dwarf. And then after that, probably went to check on the surviving people that helped free him to make sure that everyone is okay.
Cool.
Which there's a lot of people to check over, but the most part, probably less worried about the orcs. Where is everyone's token? I just see orcs.
And my token is up by the cave entrance over here by the oldest people.
There's that. Farron's still chilling over by the black pudding. And Penny Bottom is... I don't know where Penny Bottom is.
I'm hanging out by the Orc of Orchness.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I'm assuming you guys follow the villagers out after assuring that everybody can stand and walk and transport themselves.
Actually, I'm curious where those rats came from.
Those rats came from the tunnels over here. They're
The rodents of
indicated by...
unusual size. That's where I'm going to go check to see where they came from.
Gotcha. All right. Oh.
By the way, is anyone looking injured from among the group beside the orcs?
Just those two orcs, as far as I can tell.
I think that's only because we're the ones that can control them. I don't think other people see their health bars. I could be wrong, though.
I mean, I look a
My
little
health
bruised,
bars,
but not really bothered.
You can go.
I just look bloodied up and kind of disoriented, and that's it.
Okay. So, first thing you're going to see is this dead corpse on the floor. It looks like it's been chewed on by rats very heavily. At the north end here, let's see. So you've got a human, a female human cowering back here. You can kind of hear her whimpering and stuff, as if she didn't know the fight's over yet.
I look at him and go, why are you still crying? Don't you know everything's dead?
She looks up at you as if startled that you had come in without her noting it. And she goes, "Oh, goodness, all of those horrible creatures have perished?
Yeah, hurry up and get out of here."
That is great news."
I say, yes, everything's dead. Everything bad is dead.
She's very pleased about that, and she goes, "Oh, that's great. I need to get back to Lady Velrosa, or Velros. Lady
she said to.
Velrosa Nander. Oh, she is dead. What am I going to do?"
Probably hang out with the rest of the villagers until you guys can go. Well, I did offer my cousin's place over in the Desert Valley. You're welcome to go live with him. Your guards are taking your lady's body to Waterdeep for some reason. I don't understand why. But yeah, those are your options.
I must attend her body. I am her lady in waiting.
Well, you better hurry up.
She takes off running. She's just gone. She bounces. That's it. You guys... Oh, hold on. Never mind. I thought there was stuff in this area over here, but it's not giving me much, so I don't think it's anything. Oh, here we go. Over here, if you look, there is 9 spears, 5 clubs, 2 daggers, and 6 wooden shields.
I'm not interested in it.
Fine, be that way. The DM will no longer bestow you gifts.
I'm a wizard.
That's not my problem.
I wave goodbye to my black pudding friend, and I rejoin out here.
As you leave, the black pudding, like a little blob of a hand comes up and waves and then comes back down.
He's horrible.
It cries internally. Yeah, you guys come back out of the cave after checking all of the corners and stuff to make sure you've got everybody. You come out to find that dwarven guy. What's his name again? Morak, out there, kind of. All right, we're going to take a moment to rest here, reorganize, and then we're going to start the march back to Nightstone. And there's a couple of guards with them as well, and they seem to be strapping their armor and stuff back on. They had just found, recovered their armor and weapons. They're looking like they're getting ready to flank the villagers on either side as they march back. And so that's kind of what you guys come out of the cave to.
How do you get out of the cave?
It's the south portion.
You're trapped there
Sorry.
forever, Dante.
Great.
No, this map doesn't go any further, so you're gonna have to stay right where you're at for a few moments while we play some Theater of the Mind.
I
Alright.
I also tell my orc leader that he's going to have to take command of the rest of the orcs because their friend died.
Okay, so your orc leader needs to make an intimidation check from the assumed temporary leader of the orcs until they finish fighting it out, is what they would normally do. But yeah, have them roll intimidation for me.
Okay.
All right. Let me roll, and we'll see how well that works. Oh, my brain's not working today, guys.
That's normal.
There we go. There's an orc. Character sheet. Saving throw. Come on. Oh, yeah, he fails as a saving throw and assumes control of the rest of the orcs.
Yay!
Yeah, you guys hear them talking. They want to go, home. They want to check out the destruction and see what's left of their town. And, of course, find out about their lady, because Daphne Featherstone, her lady-in-waiting, didn't say anything as she left. She just kind of ran out without explaining anything to anybody else and updating them. So they're getting ready to go. You can tell it's just a few minutes until they take off. Roland has probably spent a couple of days there in town, so I don't know what his feelings are towards the villagers at this point is. But they know you, and they're kind of like looking over at you, like expecting you to come with them.
So you guys are gonna go back and fight the Zethrum?
The Zentrum?
Zentrum,
Morak.
that's right.
Morak looks over at you. The Zents are there?
Yeah, they have full control of the town.
This is worse news than when we left. The last thing we saw, we were getting driven out of town by goblins.
Yeah. There's some sort of Zentran leader and everything there, too. I wouldn't recommend messing with him.
Nah, you can take him on.
That is our home, and we will. Most of them nod in agreement as he says this next part. He's like, we will fight for our home. This is not going to become some dirty station for the Zentarim.
Well, your guys' death. But if you choose not to die, the Destron Valley is open to you. My cousin has agreed to give you refuge.
That might be a solid idea to get reinforcements before you try to take back your town. As you were indeed driven out by goblins, the Zentrum are probably hardier foes.
There's a guy that's in town that gave us a lot of really weird, really cool magical stuff, so you're going to have to get the reinforcements. It'd be a good idea.
So you were in league with the Zentarim
stuff.
No, we wished not to be killed by the Zentran.
We were a group that helped them out briefly. just to check to see the surroundings areas, and then we learned about you.
We kind of helped him out so he didn't die. That was the option.
Yes, there was a survival.
Hmm. Morak looks over at Roland as if sensing Roland's, kind of. He senses via your power and kind of defaults to you for the last couple of days because he thinks because of your power you must be a wiser person.
Mhm.
And he looks over at Roland. He's like, "What do you think of their tale?"
Well, if they were indeed outnumbered by the Zentrim, then it could be true that they were just trying to stay alive, and maybe they had other motivation for it. I'm not sure, but if you are looking to take the town back, it might be best. I'm thinking.
The numbers weren't that concerning. It was their leader. Their leader was he was really strong. He was really strong.
I've dealt with battle before and have fought in the wars, so take it from me. He was a very strong leader, and we had to survive as a group.
Morak just doesn't look very happy about what you guys are saying. But he looks to Pennybottom and goes, "You say we will find homes in the Desert Valley. What of reinforcement? How about could we find reinforcement there to reclaim our homes? We have spent our whole lives in that town, building that town, and we want it back."
I mean, you might be able to find some reinforcements. That's kind of up to my cousin. He's a lord there.
Also,
"We shall see this lord." And he's like, he goes, "Please show us the way."
Well, first we got to go to Waterdeep to make this delivery, and then we can go to the Desert Valley. I mean, Waterdeep's kind of on the way anyways.
He goes, "All right, we shall help you. And then we shall go and see your cousin, the Lord." And I think you guys all kind of set off from there.
I do.
What level
I
are you
set off with them.
guys? 4, right?
we're 4.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are traveling down like a well-made road. And after a few days of travel, hardy travel, let me see if I can find just like a generic road map here. Oh, cool! I've got a flying. I do not. That stinks. All right, just some more theater of the mind for a moment, I guess. Let's see. I should have a handout for you. But anyways, what's everybody's passive perception scores?
11.
11.
Passive perception scores.
10.
That is what I said, yes. 10.
I am the wisest.
Do I roll initiative or do I
No,
roll wisdom?
You're not rolling anything. It's passive. So if you look at the bottom of your character sheet, right below the skills and the stats, you'll see what your passive wisdom perception is. It's 10 plus your wisdom modifier. And then if you are proficient in perception, then you add 2 on top of it. But it should have taken care of it automatically for you. Roll 20.
Oh, it's 13. Then if I got a +1, it's like. I look around the area and I sort of take in, our surroundings and just look around.
Cool. You guys don't see anything out of the ordinary. But has anybody been talking to any of the NPCs or anything like that during this couple of days? Is there any information you want from them?
I'm looking around to see if any of these guys know anything of the arcane arts or tinkering. or share any common interests.
And I'm just playing my VL.
Cool.
I would have. I probably would have inquired as to whether anyone had some extra rations, as I had run out of rations or lost them on the flight from the town.
Well, all of the prisoners definitely don't have any rations. The
This
guards
seems
are taking turns kind of like finding, like foraging ahead, as some of them are guarding you guys as you're going through. I'm sure your orcish friends could be put to good work as foragers and maybe like guarding the rear or front as you guys go as well. So I'm not really concerned about you guys taking any rations at this point. I think it would be easy enough for you guys to find food along this road. It's a lush valley and mountainous terrains as you go through here.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably pick up a couple of rations during the travel because food is that good, and you've got quite a few people to help out with it. So I don't see it as too much of a problem. You can even fish from rivers and stuff like that. So
fish.
until you get into a more inhospitable area of the world, I'm not going to worry too much about your rations. Unless you're in a city, then you're going to either have to take a ration or pay for it. So let's see. Nobody's questioning any. Oh, there doesn't really seem to be anybody who's to answer Pennybottom's question. Who seems to be focused in on magical in nature, other than this Roland guy, who is, as far as you know, as far as Pennybottom knows, is a villager in this town.
However, look-wise of my character, my character kind of bears his arm slightly, and you would have seen some kind of weird-looking tattoo on him. It kind of looks like it's made of light.
So one mage in the whole entire village. What are the chances of that? I say this aloud, by the way.
Mage?
Earshot of Roland. Well, there's only one magic user that I can tell in this whole entire village.
Well, I suppose I do use magic in a way. By the grace of my patron.
Oh, so you're one of those kind of magic users.
I suppose so.
Relying on other people's work rather than your own.
I wouldn't say it's without work on my part, but yes, I do get bestowed power.
As you guys are talking, you kind of hear a little bit of a suppressed snuffle from Morak as you guys are walking along. He's crying silently to himself.
I go,
Morak.
worry not, you still have a place to live. At least you're not like the lady who got eaten by the rats. Or your lady.
Who were killed by cloud giants.
She goes, he starts crying even harder. He goes, my friend and neighbor, Semel Southwell, was killed in the giant attack.
But
Okay.
you were not. You have a chance
You weren't.
to avenge him.
Right. And I will. But I need to, and he starts breaking down again. Obviously, this is a really close friend of his. He then tells you about a little bit that his name's Markham. Sorry, no, it's not. Samuel Southwell. His only living relative is Markham, and that he lives in Brynshander, which is in the Icewind Dell, and wishes to arrange for somebody to bring him some news of his brother's demise.
Well, I'm sure I can convince my cousin to send a messenger once we get back to the Desert Valley.
And he goes, that would be great.
He has a great many magic items that maybe I'll even do it for him.
I would greatly appreciate that.
I say
start
this to Morak. Take this from a fellow soldier. You just march and live on, and we'll definitely, try to help you with your friend.
Because that would be great. After another couple of days, I want you all to roll perception checks for me.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought Dylan's role was mine. I was like, well, that's suitable. My character is probably lost in thought and not paying attention.
So, Farron is the only one that notices, and maybe it's because he's playing his lute and kind of looking up at the cheery, or not lute. What is it he's playing?
Beal.
Yeah, so he's playing that, looking up at this cheerful sky because it's just a great day. Happens to notice behind you guys a tower flying on some clouds.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I just point.
What are you oohing about?
Look.
I look.
I look up. You see the tower.
Can we go there? I want to go there. Can you throw me up there?
I could try to throw you up there.
About how tall is it?
It is much higher than he's going to be able to throw you.
Okay.
It's pretty far up there. But as you guys were walking along, talking about it, it does seem to be matching your pace. As the other clouds are kind of moving with the wind in the opposite direction, this cloud is moving through other clouds behind you guys. You see an
really
enormous
wanna go up
flame.
there.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I said I really want to go up there.
We will find
Yeah.
our way up there eventually, either way. Don't think I'll be able to throw you, though.
Let me put the Tower of Zephyros in your journal so that you can see a picture of it, and we can show a picture to our friends at home.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
It's flying in the sky.
Is that not great?
Does the
It
tower
looks
legit
amazing.
have a hat on it?
Yes, it does.
That's great.
Now I really want to go up there.
So the next time you guys stop to rest, it starts descending towards you.
Do we have to
Slowly.
tame a magic cat?
I'm not.
I say that out loud. I say, do we have to tame a magic cat? We run into goblins, now giants, and now we've got a flying tower in the sky with a hat.
Is that broadcast?
Nobody responds to him.
Sorry. I just what? Oh yeah, yes, the tower.
Spacey one, you are.
Place?
It's
Well, I'm thinking.
let me do this like that.
I'm not even paying attention to the fighter. I'm literally just really itching to go on that tower.
So as you guys are walking along throughout the day, maybe stop midday for a break, get a little bite, and that's as it gets closer. You can see a giant figure emerge from the doors, and he's got a big old staff and just kind of taps it on the clouds and goes back inside. As he goes back inside, the clouds start to form some stairways rolling down to you guys. Actually, he doesn't go back inside. He stands at the stairway first as it's going down, and shouts down to you guys, "Chosen ones, please join me. Farron, Harrison, Dante, Roland, and Morak."
I'm already next to him.
Waiting. It's a couple hundred feet in the air still, so imagine it's going to take you a little bit to get up there.
I look around and I go,
Yes.
wait, how does he know this Roland person? We just barely met him 5 minutes ago.
I don't care. I want to go on the floating castle.
I began just kind of
Same way
slowly
he
walking
knows
up
you.
the stairs.
How does he know any of you guys, for matter of fact, and your names? That's
Exactly
something to
my
think
point.
about at home. And then he goes back inside before the stairs actually reach the bottom or the ground where you guys are at. He comes back inside. It takes it maybe 10-15 minutes to generate all of the stairs out of cloud. It starts pulling material from other clouds nearby to support this. Now you guys are looking at a great cloud stairway. And you realize it's probably going to take you a considerable amount of time to climb up it, especially being as he didn't plan the stairway for your feet. He planned it for his feet, and he is a giant.
I don't care. I'm trying.
So much to your surprise, the clouds are solid, and you guys can, either use a buddy system or ropes or whatever to
How
climb
many
your way
misty
up.
steps would it take to get to the top?
How far can you go with Misty Step?
60 feet.
4 or 5, probably.
Oh, no, 30 feet. Never mind.
Okay. 8 to 10.
Jeez.
I slowly make my way to where Farron is and where this giant guy is. I just kind of look at the tower and analyze it. Analyze the giant guy and why we're walking up to him and why we're about to get to the tower. Especially since it just popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, you guys are probably like, what?
It's going on.
We just gotta have a battle, so I'm just kind of weary about where we're going and whether or not we're gonna run into more threatening giants that we're gonna have to kill.
You guys have been traveling for a couple days at this point already, so you're all healed up and everything.
Still wonder about it. Don't want to get suckered into
definitely.
anything. Given
While
my
I'm-
wits of battle.
While I'm trying to climb these stairs that are obviously taller than me, I'm still looking around with child wonder.
Absolutely. Now, after a couple of hours, you guys make it as to the top and the front doors of the tower. Let me get some tokens for you. It's token roundup, y'all.
Are we going to appear on the south side of the map or the north side of the map?
Your guess is as good as mine. You're going to appear before the front doors.
You appear in the walls.
So somewhere in the black area. Got it.
Black area?
Yep.
If we don't
Is
see
it
anything yet.
Probably the light.
really?
Uh-huh.
What the heck?
That's all I see is a big block of black.
Yeah, I see.
Why
this.
did they turn the light on for this? That is
I'm like, okay, I guess I am in a wall.
Someone forget to pay the power bill.
not need to be on for this.
There.
That is silly.
Aha, I can see it now.
Yeah, I see.
I didn't expect the dynamic lighting to be turned on by default. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Yep.
Let's
So
see. Come on.
this reminds me of Howl's Moving Castle for some reason.
It reminds me of that song "Castles in the Sky."
Oh, so long ago.
Uh-huh.
Reminds me of Jack and the Beanstalk if the giant had invited him up to the castle.
So he's gonna get squashed and eaten?
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
might.
go to Giants here.
Hey, look, tokens.
All right, and then the tower rests atop a clode that feels solid underfoot. An open archway leads to an empty vestibule at the back, which hangs a thin, translucent blue curtain that flaps in the breeze. And that's what you guys can. That's what you guys can see. Oh, looks like you guys have come through the curtain already. I apologize. So
I'd walk through the curtain, and just kind of stare around, going, "Okay, guess I'm going with it."
Zephyros, I guess you guys don't know his name. The giant dude that had invited you up doesn't appear to be in there. Beyond the curtain lies a 100-foot high hexagonal chamber containing a giant-sized wooden table and stone chair. Dangling from the ceiling by iron chains are 6 crystal spheres with magical flames cast upon it, and so they're all blue in nature. These ones are. The illuminated spheres keep it bright, and the tower's second floor can be seen through a 20-foot wide hole in the ceiling, which is 100 feet up. So this tower is beyond awesomely big. And I think for this, you guys are the wrong scale.
Yes. I think we need to be one of the little squares because there's no way we're this big.
We are
Giants.
magnificently big.
I was already one of the little squares.
Half of a small square.
So this is where you guys are at. The giant does not seem to be on this first floor whatsoever.
I look up through the hole and I said, "Hey, giant dude, if you're still there, can you help us up?"
See a giant head poke through the hole there. Let me see if I got a handout for
Everything
him.
got surprisingly bigger around here.
Where is my handouts?
Surprisingly bigger.
Yeah.
Would it be surprisingly bigger? This is a giant's home.
I mean, yes. But it also makes me smaller.
All right, I'm just gonna put him in your guys' journal so you can pull up what he looks like, because he's an interesting looking fellow.
So,
That is indeed what I said. Let's see. There you go. He should be in your guys' journal now, so you can show up. You see a picture of him.
it's
He looks
weird
down. He goes.
thoughts.
He goes. He looks down through the hole, and he goes. He looks startled, and you're like, "Who are you? And what are you doing here?" And
You
very
told us to
confused.
come.
Look up.
You brought us here.
And you are?
I'm Farron. Hi. This is Dante, and then I don't Ronan.
Roland.
He calls
Roland.
himself.
Yeah. And then this is Mr. Pennybottom.
Master
Morak
Pennybottom.
goes.
I'm not a mister yet.
Morak looks up at him, and I am Morak. And then his eyes light up as if he just remembered something. He goes, "Oh, yes, the chosen ones. Yes. I will be right down. Move. I do not want to hurt you."
I move out of the way.
I move to where I'm not stepped on.
Dante then gets stepped on.
Dante, you should probably move your token.
Look at my.
There you go.
There we go.
Come on. Ugh. This is being very stubborn. Anyways, so he goes as if to jump out of down the hole, and he sinks very quickly until about his knees are level with the floor, like the hole in the floor, and then he casts Featherfall. You just hear kind of some kind of giant language, and then he slowly floats down to the floor.
Would I recognize any of the words? I can speak giant, by the way.
Yeah, you would recognize it definitely. Just as a, he's
Talking
just
about
casting
tacos.
the incantation for Featherfall and Giant. He probably heard it a time or two.
I'll
I
be casting
recognize
comprehend languages.
that he understands the giants, and I ask him, "What is he saying?"
Hmm?
I ask Roland, "What is he saying?"
Well, he's casting a spell.
Okay.
Well, how'd you know that he was speaking, or how did you know that he could understand giant?
Because I can see him speaking giant, or you can understand him. There's comprehension on his face.
I go, "Ho there, large one. What is your name? You seem to know ours."
Oh, yes. Have we not met before? My name is Zephyros. Welcome to my tower.
Well, thank you.
Large tower.
It's a really nice tower.
I like it. I want one like it.
Me too.
Maybe in due time, but now we've got more pressing matters that concern us. As the chosen ones, I'm sure you're aware, you need to restore the ordning to the giant folk.
Ordinate.
Are you not the chosen ones?
You're the one who called us the chosen ones.
Oh,
Yeah, you
that's
said
right.
we were chosen.
You are the chosen ones. That's right. I forget. Anybody wants to, they can roll an insight check on Zephyros.
Insight.
I want to see if the magic has made him mad.
So yeah, 10 or higher, you're definitely looking at him being like, yeah, this dude's definitely lost it. And you can kind of sense the magic aura kind of around his head, but really in the eyes, almost as a clouded sensation in the eyes when you take in the magic aurora. He definitely seems to be befuddled by the magic that he can cast. It's more powerful than he can contain, and it's fucking with his head, screwing with his head. Sorry.
How tall is the table, by the way?
The table, it's giant sized, that's for sure. Let me see how big, because the ceiling's 100 feet high. I think Zephyros is like 20 feet high.
Table's probably at least like 10 feet high.
Yeah, I would imagine so. You guys can walk under the table. If you were to want to climb onto it, you'd probably need a rope or something to help you up.
Well, I look, being a small creature, I look over at my sword and cast message and ask the sword if it could carry me up there.
It hovers down near your feet.
I misty step to the top of the
I
table.
step on it.
Cool. Swordy boy brings you up there.
Yeah.
You misty step. He looks pleasantly surprised as you guys both pop up there. He kind of takes a handkerchief out of a pocket and sets it down on there and goes, "Please wipe your feet off. I do eat here, you know."
Oh, sorry.
I wipe my feet off and then I sit cross-legged and stare at again, child wonder.
Rather than using his handkerchief, I cast prestidigitation upon my feet and clean them with prestidigitation.
Nice. All right, so
Just walk over
Zephyros.
to the table, stand by it, and look up at the giant.
Cool. Let's see.
I also use precipitation. I started cleaning the table with precipitation.
I don't have those presentations.
He goes, yes, you are the chosen ones. Of course you are. And he goes, you will restore the ordering. I know you will. I've come to help you. I will take you to a place you need to go. Immediately, Morak jumps up. He goes, can you drop us off at Brinshander? I really need to be there. It's important for the ordering. Is anybody going to stop this interaction?
What exactly is the ordering?
But is
Petty
the
Max.
yes.
Zephyros goes, oh, the ordering. Yes, I forgot to tell you what that is. You are the chosen ones, right? I will get the book. Stay here.
Must be a
And
giant-sized book.
Yeah. He flies back up the opening, and he's gone. Like it's been a while at this point since you guys have seen him.
I think he's forgot about us.
Zephyros,
Again.
you
been
were
a couple
bringing
of
the
hours.
book.
I look up at the ceiling.
Anybody can roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Anybody who rolls a 10 or higher, after a few minutes of him being up there, feels a slight jolt, as if the cloud had started moving again.
Oh, what?
And then flash forward to now, a couple, maybe 4 or 5 hours later in real lifetime, he had he hears snoring coming from upstairs.
Well,
I don't think he's coming back down.
what a predicament.
I think we're kind of just stuck here, wandering around, looking
I
around.
begin casting. Oh crap! I never took the spell. Never mind. I thought I had.
I'm bored.
Yeah.
Should we leave?
If you go outside, you definitely notice you're way too high to leave.
I look down at the ground. I look down and I see like a very long drop, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm not going down there."
If I'm standing on the top of the table, how far would the surface of the next floor be?
Well, it's going to be about 180 feet to the bottom of the second floor. To support a giant, it's probably got to be 10-foot thick brick, if not a little bit more. So I'm going to say it's easy, 190 feet for you to get up to the second floor.
Be right back.
Oh, whoops.
We're in quite the predicament, guys. No way down and no way up.
So 190 feet, so that wouldn't work. I meant to click the gear, not the message.
I look at my sword again. I was like, "Can you get me up there?"
I don't see why it couldn't. But for that, I will need a dexterity saving throw on your behalf. Oh, no big thing. Yeah, you're able to ride your flying sword up to the second floor, where the giant is very visibly sleeping in his bed. Like, robes are on the floor, too. Let me... Oh, you've already moved yourself up there. Yeah, so you can see everything here. And then that, obviously, is also open to the open above. Yeah.
I look down. Hey guys, he's definitely sleeping.
Let sleeping
Love
giants lie?
More
Put a
Are you sure you don't want me to wake him?
Yeah, put a feather in his face. I want to see him wake up and laugh and snort.
More
I don't have a feather.
Morakos, do not make him angry. I do not think we are equipped to deal with that if it should come to blows. He does seem unstable.
I am back.
Well,
Yeah,
I pull out the most annoying instrument I have, which is my bagpipes, and I just start playing a really nice melody, as nice as you can on the bagpipes.
Okay. Make a performance check. Oh, looks like you already have. Fantastic. 10.
Mhm.
While being a pretty decent song and melody, it does not arouse the giant.
He's like,
I start like not caring that the song sounds good. I just start blowing as hard as I can inside the bagpipes and squeezing the bag.
Even from your best efforts, it still doesn't rouse the giant.
I just stick my finger in my ear and just go, ah. The sharp silence issued.
My comprehend language is still up. I try to yell at him in giant, tell him to wake up.
Go ahead and make a. Yeah, just go ahead and make another performance check for me. Why not?
Same exact roll.
Nothing. Yeah, you're talking to a dead man.
Guys, this guy is not waking up.
Upon all of this nonsense, I go ahead and I cast Fire Bolt at the wall up there.
How are you going to cast it at the wall up there?
I've got Spell Cipher, so it's a 240 feet range.
I think you could probably hit the ceiling of the room upstairs. I don't think you'd be able to get a good line of shot on the wall, though.
Well, I'm just trying to get it to hit the stone up there to create a loud noise with the fire connecting.
Okay.
Is there any books in this room? Like any bookshelves or anything that might have information stored somewhere?
Apparently, I forgot to throw it in my
Books would probably
drawer.
be bigger than us.
What you see is what you get. Yeah, what's on the map is what's in the room. There's no bookshelves on the first floor. If you're definitely trying that fireball then?
Yep.
All right, it goes up, creates a loud boom. Farron sees Zephyros like sit up for a minute, blink his eyes, stare at Farron, and go, "Who are you?"
I'm Farron. I'm the chosen one. Yeah, you were supposed to explain what we were supposed to be doing.
The chosen one. This is great. I was wondering when you'd get here. And he jumps out of bed, checks the orb for a second, and he goes, "Fantastic. You're here to fix the ordering."
Yeah, that. You haven't explained exactly what that is yet.
At this, he kind of he's like, yes, let's go downstairs. Let me grab you a bite to eat first, and we shall go downstairs, and I will tell you all about it. Where are the other chosen ones?
They're downstairs.
Oh, fantastic. This is so convenient. I won't have to go looking for you. And
We're down here, smart one.
he grabs a bunch of stuff out of the chest over here, and Feather falls out of this hole again.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to use my sword to get back down.
All right, make another dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, this is gonna be terrible.
Crit fail.
Roll a roll a D200 for me.
Oh. Okay, hold on.
– 158 feet. Yeah, you fall and hit the floor from 158 feet up.
Jeez.
Roll another
Oh.
dexterity saving throw for me. Okay, I'm gonna be nice to you. You take 15 points of damage as you hit the floor. You try and roll a little bit to negate some of the damage, and helps you out a little bit there because that would have been just a ridiculous amount of. I'm pretty sure you would have died, to be honest. But
yeah, probably.
yeah, your quick thinking negated most of the damage. The sword kind of flies back down.
Does he land anywhere near me at all?
Yeah, he actually rolls and hits you.
Okay, so I try to roll a saving throw to see if I can save both of us.
It's probably going to do more damage than actually save you if you try to catch him before he hits the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd probably break your arms.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, let's just call it what it is.
Upon seeing him fall to the ground like this, I check to see if he's okay. Oof! Looks like you took quite the fall there. I use I'm gonna use 2 of my D6s for my healing light. Give yourself 7 health.
Yay! Well, thank you, sir. Ah,
Oh, try to be a bit more careful.
I was being careful. I look at my sword. I can't really blame him for that, though. I was trying to ride it like a surfboard. I mean, what's a surfboard?
Indeed, what is
The meta magic is strong in this one.
Well, he said he was the chosen one. What was that about again?
So he goes, yes, the chosen ones. Yes, yes, yes. He sets a bunch of food down on the table for you guys. And it's giant size food. There's like a couple of apples that are probably almost as big as you guys are. Maybe half the size, I don't know. A big old slab of some dried meat and then a big ass wheel of cheese.
Is there a peach?
And roll me a 1d20. Yeah, there's a peach too.
Awesome. I go for the peach.
As you guys
I
Um,
grab some of the meat.
could I get some help up, Sephiroth?
Yes, yes. He reaches down and politely puts his hand out for you to step on.
I step
On
on
his
it.
hand?
Yeah, same with
We both
Morak,
do.
so you guys can all be equals upon the table here. And
I use precipitation to clean my shoes.
he goes, you guys must be starving. Let us have our lunch before we talk of such things. It is a long story.
I pull up a plate, start loading it with food.
There's no plates.
I take
Yes,
my
sir.
biscuits dagger out and I start carving pieces of the apple off.
Take one of my axes and do the same thing.
Yeah, these are exceptional pieces of fruit, by the way. They're just perfect in ripeness, and he seems to be very proud of these. They come from the land of the giants.
So
Well,
giants
they're
have their
very
own land.
tasty.
Some of them do. Some of us do not. Some of us live down there with the small folk, as my kin like to call you.
Small in comparison to you, yes.
Wait, Dylan, aren't you like a halfling? Just
I'm a gnome.
oh, okay. Small compared to me.
Small compared to everyone.
Is that a short joke?
Oh, of course not.
I
Yeah,
raise cheese into the air and I go, a toast to Sutha, our fallen comrade.
Who's
this
Sutha?
Sutha you speak?
Sutha was the one who died from the vat. That pool that he jumped into. We were fighting
Nope,
giants.
doesn't ring a bell.
I toast Sutha myself.
Well, I will toast as well, I suppose. It seems you guys have lost a comrade.
I only knew her for the minute.
Yeah, I didn't really get to know her that much.
We fought with her in battle. The fallen comrade.
I do want to cast Identify on the dagger.
Identify.
Yep.
All right. You want to post that? Oh, you did. Thanks. Choose one object. You must touch. There's a magic imbued object. You learn of its properties and how to use it. whether it requires attunement, and how many charges it has, if any. Okay, great. Well, do you remember what, if anything, the Zentrim guy told you about the dagger?
He said he couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Said he couldn't figure out what the magic on it was.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's do this because I can't find my note on it. Let's see. While you're doing that, you're kind of half listening. So once per day, you can use it as of the use it as, come on, as if it were a potion. Like the effect says once per day, use it as a potion of hide from undead, excuse me. And it refills its one charge at midnight every night.
Okay. Cool.
And with that, you're kind of casting the spell, examining it, and it does require attunement as well. Zephyros is telling you guys about the ordning while this is happening. He tells you Anam, the Allfather, he's normally in charge, and the ordning is what keeps the giant folk in line, and the Allfather is who is supposed to take care of that. Normally, us storm giants are at the top of the ordning, but now with the ordning broken, all of our brethren are fighting for position, and of course wreaking havoc on you small folk as well, because there's nobody. King Hecaton was the storm giant king. Sorry, the Allfather's a god. King Hecaton has gone missing, and the ordning is broken. And now everybody's fighting to restore or move their place in the ordning up, and that is creating some very negative outcomes for you small folk, as you've seen in that poor town of Nightstone. It's just an example.
Indeed. Town did seem to get demolished. What was that thing that this cloud giants took?
The
Stone or
Nightstone.
something?
Yes, the Nightstone. It is rumored to have very magical properties. How I have fallen from one of the cloud giant cities of old, but it's been a long time since it's been in giant possession. We are not sure what. There's no positive confirmation for what it does, is essentially is what he's getting at. It's been a while since they've had it. There's only rumors, but he assures you it's nothing, nothing that you guys need or want to use. But basically, he's just sure that you guys are going to restore the ordning. He doesn't seem to have any plan for you as to how to get that accomplished. But he's so sure that you guys are going to fix it, and that's what you get from this very long conversation you have with him, in which there's a lot of starts and pauses and restarts as he forgets what he's talking about and who you guys are. So this is a very painful, probably like 2-hour story for you guys. And
Where are you taking us, might I ask?
Yes, taking you to Brinshanda. Is that not where you wanted to go, looking at Morak?
I mean, that's where he wanted to go.
When you drop him off, do you mind dropping us back off with our other people.
He goes, your other people.
Yeah, the people we were trying to help.
Yes, remind me of that when we get there.
I also use cure wounds on myself.
Okay, go. We'll go for it.
I'm sure
I
this
want-
would count as a short rest.
Yeah, I can. If you want to do a short rest instead, you can. I also want you guys all to make history or intelligence checks and about their regards to Brunchander.
Okay.
So everybody but Justin knows that Brunchander is in the Icewind Dale of the far north. Dante, who during his travels, maybe he spent some time fighting there, realizes that it's going to take you guys an incredible amount of time to get there. 26 days, in fact.
Huh.
We're gonna be stuck here for a while, guys. I used to fight there in the wars, and it's a very long distance.
Do we want to make this trek, or should we instead go toward our objective?
It's gonna take us nearly a month. If I remember correctly, it's like 20 days range, 26 days range. It's gonna be a while before we get there.
Sounds about right. And is it 28 days flying? Or 28 days like walking?
He's determined that it's 26 days flying from his incredible intelligence check. But yeah, normally if you were to travel there, it would take you much longer than that.
Well then.
So do we just finish mission, or do we
We might as well
check
see
where we're going?
what's happening up there. Anyways, I've been curious to see what this area looks like.
It's gonna be a while before we get back home if we do.
Either way, it
gonna be a
doesn't
while
seem like
before we
we're
get
going to be
there.
able to change the giant's mind.
Oh, good Sir Giant. Where were you wanting to take us if you weren't taking us to Brunchander?
You guys
Because you
have
were
this.
starting to move us.
You guys start having this conversation. Like as you guys are having this conversation, you guys and then look back over. Roland's addressing Zephyros. He's fallen asleep.
Sure.
Nothing. He's still sleeping.
Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to click that like that.
You got the same idea I just got, I'm sure.
I take my battle axe and I clang it really loudly against one of my other metal pieces of armor to get him to wake up.
I began trying to climb up to his nose.
Oh, dear.
This guy falls asleep a
You're
lot.
trying to.
What are
climb
you
up
gonna
his
do?
nose.
Waterboard him?
I try to climb up to his nose.
Alright.
I'm just gonna sit there and play my viol, practicing it.
Yeah, you guys can You could definitely climb up his clothes. Like they're very nice, form-fitting, like robes. Very ornate with nice stitching,
I just
which
watched
to
Penny
you are like
Bottom
thick ropes that you can climb up. They're like little ladders. All of this stitching is.
because it's rather entertaining to watch a gnome climb a giant. I just watch Penny Bottom as I munch on more meat.
As I get within 10 feet of his nose, I cast Precipitation. I make a very foul odor within his nose cavity.
How close are you to his nose?
I have to be within 10 feet in order to cast it.
Okay, so you're like up on his collar, like
Yeah,
ah. Okay,
pretty much.
make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, God.
Brave. No.
He sneezes really bad, and you fall off onto the table. And he kind of awakens like, what? Ugh. He looks down at you guys and goes, "The chosen ones, you're here finally. It's taken you so long."
Yes,
Oh,
I've been
yes,
eating my meat
we're
this
here.
whole time.
So where are we headed?
Where did you want to go? Ah, yes, Bryn Shander. We are going to Bryn Shander.
Where were you taking us before you decided to take us to Brinsha? Curious.
He looks around and he goes, "I wasn't aware I was taking you anywhere before then."
Huh. Okay.
As far as we know, you were taking us on a nap.
You board my tower, ask me to take you somewhere, and then wonder where I'm taking you? You guys are mad. Raving mad.
I am known to be very bad.
We tend to be very crazy for chosen ones.
I think you and I would get along quite well.
Um, he's like, yes, we will. I can sense that we will be good chums. Um,
We
he
have a
goes,
long
we've got a
trip.
lot of time till we get to Bryn Shanda.
We have
And then
26
starts
days.
to tell you a story. What's that?
I was just saying under comment underneath what he's saying. Just responding to him.
He then he starts He goes, "There'll be some time till we hit there. A couple of days, I think." And then he starts into some stories about these conversations he's having with these people on other planes, and a lot of it seems to be just random nonsense that really, unless you were inside Zephyros's head, makes sense. But you don't really have a lot of choice other than listen to the giant who, is telling you these crazy ass stories.
I look around the room and I look at Penny Bottom, and then I look at Charming Man, and then Roland, and I just kind of look at the giant and just continue eating big bites of apple while I watch him explain this, finding him very different and interesting to the giants that we had to kill.
Yeah, you were probably fighting lesser giants, more uncivilized giants, more like brutes, whereas he's a very giants of upper societies are more of intellectuals, not so prone to violence. But yeah, he tells you a story for a few hours about some of these friends in other planes that he has, and then he slowly starts to nod off again.
Here we go again.
Well, we might as well let him sleep and begin figuring out what we're going to actually do when we land.
I'm gonna go outside just to see if I can see about where we're at right now.
Go outside. It is actually at this point it is just dark outside.
Well, I am going to. I'm just gonna sit down and just start reading some books, just settling down and relaxing for a moment.
There's just a map in this room. Unless he's got extra books on. You were saying you were going to be sitting down and reading some books, and I was making the sarcastic comment that there's only maps in this room.
I'm still playing my viola.
I lay it down on the handkerchief and use it as a makeshift bed.
Yeah, there's no fit accommodations for any of you here. So you're just going to have to make camp wherever. At some point during the night, I don't know if anybody's up for this, but Zephyros does go back up to lay in his bed.
I see no point
I would have
making
seen it,
watch.
And plus, I can take all the hours of watch. I can watch all day.
That's right. Roland doesn't go to sleep.
So I'm just and I did climb down from the table, so I'm just kind of over here, just in a corner, just reading while you all sleeps.
In the morning, Zephyros comes down and rouses everybody cheerfully. He goes, my friends. He's brought down some more fruit. Although this is more of dried fruit than fresh fruit because you guys had eaten most of it the other day, but he brings you down in a meager breakfast. Of course, giant portions though, so you'll be
Yeah.
full. And he asks you, so, chosen ones, how are you going to restore the ordning? I'm very curious into this.
We're curious too.
You do
We have
not
no clue.
know?
No.
Oh my goodness.
No, you're the ones that just chose us. And could I get some help back?
Yeah, he helps anybody back up. He goes, I did not choose you. We did not choose you.
Then who chose
I
us?
don't know how you are chosen. My friends from the other planes have told me that you will be the ones to restore the ordning.
Well, you should
Well, I
ask him
guess
how
we'll
we're
have to
going to
try
do
to
that.
figure it out.
Did you ask your friends any leads they might have to go about restoring said ordning?
He goes, I could, yes. And starts to cast. That is the name for the spell. Let's see.
Penny Bob makes a
Contact
request.
other plane.
Upon realizing he's casting a spell, Penny Bob goes, "Can you teach me that spell?"
Give me just a second.
Okay.
Oh, he needs to make a DC saving throw really quick. Let's see. Oh, he's good. Sweet. His eyes close for a minute, and you just hear him kind of like just. It's not even another language. It's just nonsense. While his eyes are closed. After a minute, he looks back up and he goes, "I could attempt to teach you the spell, but I could not contact anybody. It seems that they're not home at the moment."
Oh.
But then, I sit down and start eating some dried fruit.
We could try again later, but something you need to know is we can only ask yes or no questions. We will only receive a yes or no response.
Interesting.
Oh.
So how did
Very
you learn our
good.
names then?
What they give me freely is different than what I can ask for.
Oh.
By the way,
Yes.
what is your guys' names?
Well, I'm Dante, and Charming Man is right over there, and then here's Penny Bottom, and then Roland. I just
And
think
you're
you're
here for what again?
Oh, we are
Ooh,
the chosen
Restore
one.
the ordinary.
The chosen one's great. I have something for you. And he goes back upstairs and falls asleep.
Oh dear. And we don't even have a choice.
I
No matter.
go to Adam's character. I goes, "Does your patron grant you the ability to cure someone of magical disease?" I'm pretty much asking you if you have the lesser restoration spell or a restoration spell.
I don't know that that would work in our case. I think what he's suffering from is not.
It seems magical in nature if you look at his eyes. I've heard stories of people talking to other planes and going mad.
Wonder if it was the ordinary that made him mad.
It'd have to be a disease or a condition afflicting it,
Yeah,
like
I think
blinded,
it's-
deafened,
oh, there it is.
paralyzed, or poisoned.
Yeah, it's only 4 conditions that he can cure him with. Lesser
Yeah, like,
restoration
either
won't
a
work.
disease or a condition, so it's not gonna work.
Maybe the Salt Giant guy just got hit on the side of the head one too many times.
I'm fairly confident from speaking with other planes. I've heard stories among the mages of not doing that because it will make you go mad.
Regardless of the fact, he doesn't wake up for the rest of the day. So you guys are forced to camp another night without him. in his downstairs first floor.
All right. I kind of just wrap my cloak around me and just read my book.
I continue to use the handkerchief as a place to set my bedroll and cap.
Cool.
I'll walk up to Roland and ask him what's in the book.
Not necessarily for you. Sorry.
Okay. Just was asking what was in it, but okay. I wander back over to where my bedroll is and where my weapons are.
Oh, at the beginning of the third day, you guys are woken, except for Roland, by the sound of shouting coming from outside.
What is this? I climbed down or whatever and looked to see what I could see. I'm gonna peek through the curtain.
Curious, I actually go outside.
I try and
That's
Make
great.
it-
Roland's like trying to peep outside, and
I just
Baron-
burst through.
yeah, that's
I
funny.
peek around the corner right behind Farron.
So what you guys see are some mounted individuals, and come on, don't do this to me. I'm gonna cry, guys, if this happens. Okay, so
I'll pray with you.
on the third day of your journey, 9 very thin and lightly armored humans riding giant vultures have landed. They're outside. They all wear steel helms that cover their eyes and resemble stylized bird heads. One of them is equipped with a shoulder bag, and he's the one that's kind of standing away from the rest of them, and that's been shouting for Zephyros to come out.
Hey, why do you want Zephyros?
Wonder if he knows that Zephyros isn't here.
It's the mill, obviously. How else do you think giants get their mill? When they're on a cloud flying around.
Let's see.
Me think you half mad.
That's the reason I get along so well with him.
You know, we need to speak with him on behalf of Yan Si Bin. It is not for you, the business of Yan Si Bin.
Well, he's asleep right now, so you're just going to wait for him to wake then.
Because you're on our castle.
This person looks at you, looks up at the castle, and kind of snorts and laughs. He goes, "Yes, I can clearly see this tower was designed for you."
It wasn't designed for me, but it doesn't mean it's not ours now.
He's
You sort
I
of
know
kidnapped it.
Zephyros is here. If he is asleep, I just kindly ask that you wake him up for me. We are in this is of urgent design.
Fine. Penny Bottom, can you go wake up Zephyros?
No, he can go wake
Zephyros.
him up. I can't fly.
Fine. I'll go do it.
Good luck.
Okay, yeah.
Force the
Zephyros
strangers
isn't
to wake
even
him
gonna
up.
know who these people are.
Nope, that was terrible.
Let's see. I'd say after some time, though, you eventually wake him up.
Okay.
And he looks up at you and he goes, what can I do for you?
I'm
very
Farron.
late.
I'm one of the chosen ones. Also, you have guests outside. Something about Joe Schmo person that wants to speak to you.
Joe Smo. Ah, yes, my friend from college.
He's sort of waiting outside there.
He jumps down and kind of goes out looking at the front steps, looking down on these people. His face turns from delight to disgust, and he goes, "I have told you time and time again, I have no interest in your in Yan Saibin and returning your cult to power in the Deseret Valley."
So you're just watching all
And-
this go on.
Guy goes, "If you do not join us, there will be very negative consequences for you, Zephyros." He just kind of spits at the ground and looks around, and he goes, "I think not."
I would advise you not to threaten the Desert Valley around me.
He looks over at you, and what are you going to do about it, laughing?
Watch you from the inside.
Why don't we find out? See, the Desert Valley happens to belong to my family.
I've seen him turn things to acid. I'd watched around this one.
And he goes, "We'll leave for now." And he whistles, kind of gives the mount up, and these guys take off. How much contact has Harrison had with the other Penny Bottom?
Not a whole lot recently.
Okay.
I cast message to Penny Bottom. Hey, you ruined my fun. I was gonna make them jump off the cloud.
Well, they threatened my cousin.
Well, if they jumped off the cloud, they wouldn't be much of a threat, would they?
Well, my cousin should be able to take him out anyways.
Okay.
I mean, he did tell me of a story how he took out 4 cults in the valley already.
Yeah,
Penny
being
Bottom, we probably
that-
should have kept our mouths shut and let him make them jump off the cloud.
Go ahead and roll me a history check, Penny Bottom.
The dice do not like
Yeah.
me today.
You
Yeah.
recognize that this is one of the cults that your cousin had defended against. You just can't identify which one.
I'm pretty sure that those guys were one of the cults that my cousin already is beaten to the ground once by destroying their demigod. So,
Does someone have music in the background?
I'm
I know.
practicing my viol.
Oh, okay.
See?
Oh, nice. Zephyros is like, "They're always trying to get me to help them," as he starts walking back inside and sits down at the desk. "I have no interest in Jansen Ben. As only a destructive entity these crazy fanatics wish to unleash in the world."
yeah. My cousin's already drove him back once.
He looks at you doubtfully. Obviously, this giant, looking down at this tiny little. He goes, "Your cousin is driven back Jan Sieben."
He's driven back. He said he defeated 3 and stopped 1 from being summoned. Of the demigods. There's like these elemental dudes. I don't know.
Roll another history check for me.
God.
He's got really spacey.
You don't remember which order he said he'd fought in the cults in, but you are correct in knowing that there is only one of these elemental demigod things left.
Given the fact that I fought in the
There was the
War
one that
Zone,
was
would I
banished,
know a
though,
little bit
but
about it?
I don't think he wants to come back to that plane because he got beat up pretty bad before he got banished.
No, you had fought in a different fight.
Okay.
Further to the north, way further to the north. You had no involvement
Okay.
in the Princes of the Apocalypse scenario there.
Well, I'm sure that if they do end up summoning him, Penny Bottom will be able to handle it.
Zephyros is making his doubt seem very visible on his face, and he goes, yes, maybe he will.
Not the first time.
And I'm sure that it is. How about some lunch? And he snaps his fingers, and some fresh fruit appears on the table.
Ooh, more fruit. More food.
Fresh fruit, even.
Interesting.
I, of course, carved myself off some of these fruit and eat it.
I'm sure both my cousin and I could learn a lot from you, though.
Maybe you could. And he goes, the last time they were here, they gave me this pixie dust. Do you want it? I am not going to use it.
I'm rather interested to figure out what it all does.
Okay. Each of you are given a little bag of pixie dust. And so what it can do is 1 pinch of pixie dust can substitute for the magical components of any enchantment spell 3rd or lower. But it's also got other magical effects as well. So, let's see. And there's quite a bit in there too, so I wouldn't worry about running out of it.
I pull out a pinch and I blow it at Penny Bottom.
Roll me a D100. 22.
Uh-oh.
You blow it, Penny Bottom, and then starts floating off of the table. You now have a flying speed of 60 feet for 10 minutes.
Faith, trust, and pixie dust.
Upon looking at that, I also take another pinch and then just like sprinkle it on myself.
Okay, give me another D100.
Oh gosh.
You start to hover as well.
Yay!
Zephyros starts clapping his hands like all excited, like, oh, this is great.
While I'm floating around, I just start playing a nice melody, trying to enlighten the mood a little bit, while trying to dance around in the air.
I say screw it, and I start throwing a pinch of pixie dust on myself.
Roll me a D100.
I'm scared to see the other effects.
Uh-oh.
Especially with the
Flying as well.
I cross
There's
my
only
legs.
a
and hover.
20% chance of something else happening.
Oh, 20%. We turned into giant hamsters.
Morak. It's like, this looks great. You know, snort some of it. How do you do a manual roll? I don't think I've had to do this for a minute.
Slash roll D100. It's slash roll space D100.
And you can even say how many dice you want to roll, so you just hit the number in front of it.
Morak starts flying too, but he's more like swimming through the air.
Why would you snort that? That's gotta burn.
He's got like a bloody nose. He's like,
I used to do.
I guess that was my first instinct.
I start floating up to see what's at the top or portions of the tower.
Oh yeah, you can go up and visit the second floor and the Airy. As you go up there, there are 4 griffins perched in their nests up there. A couple of them actually have some eggs, and so as you come up there, they the 2 that have eggs kind of hunch a little bit and caw at you cautiously. They're not getting too aggressive, but they don't like your presence being up there.
I give them space and land.
I land and give them some soothing music.
I
Try to calm them.
sprinkle a little dust on myself. Just like I'm
And
kind of
he's the one who gets
curious.
the 20%.
Give me a performance check Farron and Adam, give me a D100. All right, so Roland starts flying too, and you play just an amazing song. It soothes these beasts. They seem very, very disposed to let you approach them. You're still not certain that they're, 100% gonna just let you do whatever you want, but they're definitely not opposed to you having your presence there.
I go and pet one of them.
Make an animal handling check for me.
Oh, good.
With
Oh,
advantage.
good. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Got lucky.
At first, it like recoils as your hand touches it, and then it realizes that you're not really trying to do anything to it. So it just kind of lets you pet it and like starts preening one of its wings as you're petting it. And this one does seem to have a couple of eggs underneath it. Sephiroth, knowing that you're up there, shouts up, "Be careful up there! The last time they almost took a finger."
Almost took a finger.
I'm just drawing in my journal what they look like and trying to take notes on their anatomy and figure out how exactly they work.
Cool.
And everyone's gonna hate me, but my character just keeps staring at one of the eggs and tries to take one.
Oh, fucking hell.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm afraid.
Oh,
It's not terrible. Could be better.
could be worse.
It could be.
But it could be a lot better.
Oh, you're messing with the wrong motherfuckers.
Bye, Farron. It was nice knowing you.
It was nice knowing you.
It has advantage on wisdom perception checks regarding sight. Why won't you let me?
I'm sure each of the griffins were looking at him.
Oh yeah, no, they're not going to let you out of sight, being they're younger near. Come on.
I'm just imagining this this halfling just getting picked up by these birds that could take a giant's finger and just ripped into little pieces. Or swallowed whole. They could probably do that.
Notice how they take a big square. That's the first hint not to mess with them.
Well, not everybody, I guess, took that hint. I guess I'm just going to have to roll this stupid crap manually here. Because it's not letting
My
me roll
excuse,
from their
wanderlust.
character
Penny Bottom's not going to try and save you either.
sheet. All right, everybody on the airy level needs to roll some initiative. That griffin snaps at your hand.
Initiative.
No, you're not up there. Well, I guess everybody should roll initiative, actually. Just hold up. Don't roll it yet.
Oh.
Sorry. It's okay if you have already. We'll just add it in manually.
Okay. I
Tell
did
me when.
already.
I shouldn't ask for it until I'm ready. That's really my bad. Remove all turns. Clear. All right, go ahead and make
I
your
did
rolls
16.
again.
Wow.
Roll again for me, Thomas, so your character sheet pulls up on it.
I did.
You gotta click on your token.
Oh, I do. Okay. Hold on a second. I clicked on my token.
Why are you asking for Fog of War? Knock it off. What was your original roll, Dante?
My original roll was, I believe, 16. Yeah, 16 with -1. Probably 15.
All right, and then let's get some. Come on. No, do not enable Fog of War. Why do you keep doing that?
It wants the spawn of warrior to keep speaking about. Like, give me the fog. That happens to be a war.
And then you're also going to take a beak attack. Let's see if it gets you here.
Do it.
Attacking for 13 to hit.
Nope.
All right. So it misses you, snaps at your fingers. And then we're going to start with our turn order then. Is Roland going to respond to... I don't even know if Roland could hear what's going on.
I'm just kind of flying around for fun, just kind of curious about this dust and everything and what flying around would feel like. So I'm just kind of chilling on the bottom floor.
Watching Morak with his swimming.
Mm-hmm. And like maybe even like pretending to swim in the air too, maybe doing like backstroke or something.
Gotcha. Dante, it's your turn.
Okay, so I edge out of the way of the talons and the beaks, and like take like my battle axe and prepare to bat it off with the dull blunt edge.
Oh, so you're actually in the area? You need to move your token up there.
Well, I was floating with pixie dust, wasn't I?
Well,
Yeah,
that
but
doesn't mean
did you go
necessarily
up to the
mean
third
that-
floor?
Oh,
No? Yes? Maybe?
yeah.
Okay, move your character up to the third floor before you do anything.
Maybe we'll be saying goodbye to two characters.
Oh, hold on, I gotta roll something for Zephyros really quick.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
What are you doing to my pets?
Okay, go ahead with whatever you were doing now, Dante.
Okay, so I basically rolled I tried to edge out of the way of the birdies and tried to just use my battle axe as a batting tool with the blunt edge.
You're gonna try and hit him for some bludgeoning damage.
No, I was gonna bat at it, as I'm trying to fly away from it, trying to edge out of the way so I don't get stuck by a talon. I take my battle axe, prepare to bat away anything.
So you're just preparing an action.
Yeah,
Okay. If any of them come near you, and then you're kind of trying to float back downstairs then?
yeah, trying to float back downstairs, get out of the way.
All right, so yeah, you could move 60 feet back into the hole.
Okay.
And you'd be in the second floor. In Zephyros's bedroom there. There, I'll move you. Whoop! There you go. All right, that makes it the Griffin's turn.
Bum, bum, bum.
And this particular one is very not happy with you. And
I just kind of watch from a distance, prepare to jump back in if I have to.
hits you for a 24 with its claws, 13 slashing.
Yeah, I'm down.
And then he also gets you with its beak for a crit hit. So that's 10 piercing, but that's just a death save for you. A failure. So it went and you just the other ones kind of raise up a little bit and start cawing, like birds do when they're getting really defensive, just penny bottom.
I just continue taking notes on them and sketching them, being as unaggressive as possible.
Farron, I need you to make a death saving throw for me.
What? Just roll a d20.
Yeah, just a d20.
Okay.
Actually, I think you add your con modifier.
I'll just do that then.
Farron rolls a
Crit fail.
crit fail. Farron has perished.
Woohoo!
Bye, Farron.
Sayonara, charming man.
The griffin grabs Farron's leg and shakes him and throws him off the tower. 'Cause this is all in open air. And the
So
flying.
someone down below might just randomly say a halfling fall, like the Elder Scrolls 3, where you're walking along and that random wizard falls down and dies.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like that.
Except for it's happening.
And the flying sword like flies after you, not unaware that you're dead as of yet.
Can you assign me another character sheet?
Yeah, I can.
I'll start working on that.
All right, cool. Um,
Crit fell.
oh, by the
Wait,
way,
aren't you
Seth
lucky?
Ross is. Oh yeah, you're lucky.
What?
Re-roll that shit. Or no, wait, there is already a no. Re-roll. Just take the 19. You got to save. You didn't die. You're lucky.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we'll
Right
take
before.
the.
Retcon.
We'll take the. Yeah, we'll take the 19, and you're at a fail and 1 save.
Okay.
And not falling down to your death as a wizard in Morrowind.
Yeah, I am glad. I'm glad you remembered that.
I think Justin should remember he's lucky on his own.
Yeah.
Most assuredly, but it's nice to have friends, Dylan. That'll make it Roland's turn.
At this point, I'm still really far below. I might hear some cawing.
Yeah, it's definitely sounding violent up there. You've also noticed that Zephyros has fallen asleep again.
Sephiroth?
Oh, we're on our own.
I just fly over to him and I just try to wake him up.
How are you trying to wake him up?
I guess I'm going to just kind of fly up to right by his ear and just try to shout, wake him up.
Okay, make a performance check for me.
All right. Commands. Pow.
A 10? Okay. Yeah, you don't wake him up.
Oh, such a hard sleeper. All right, that ends my turn.
Dante.
So I try to zoom down, like I try to zoom down after seeing that Baron was marginally saved. And then I go down to where Zephyroth is and try to cling one of my broadsword and my axe together really loudly.
Okay.
Try to wake him up.
Make a performance check with advantage, given that you're making a loud sound.
With advantage.
Yeah.
You just click the roll and it's there. You go. It rolls twice regardless.
Okay. Zephyros does. Come on. Yeah, that wakes him up. Be quiet.
Well, we just almost lost Farron over there, charming man. So we need to probably wake up and figure out what's going on around here.
Do you know that he almost got lost? I thought you flew below.
Yeah, I flew
Before he
below,
got
but I
hit.
saw him fly off. I saw him get lost somewhere.
He didn't.
He moved out
end
of.
up
He
flying
moved out.
off.
I
Yeah, well,
didn't fly
We
off.
had to.
I'm just still down on the ground next to the griffin.
So you
Okay.
wouldn't have noticed that.
I would have just seen him fall on the ground. Yes. So I alert him to that. I alert Sephiroth to that and say, hey, our buddy is upstairs on the ground bleeding. We need to stop that.
Dylan's here.
Yeah, Dylan's
Justin's
here.
here.
So
They
is
were just
Justin.
still.
So is Justin.
Oh,
I think I may have lost the Warlock.
I think we all lost the Warlock.
I mean, I can reconnect.
I have,
if I have to.
everyone needs to reconnect.
Yeah.
Can
we'll
everyone
reconnect
see me?
regardless.
Okay, I'll reconnect. All right.
Just waiting on Thomas.
Yep.
Give it some time. But yeah, no, it's those griffins aren't anything to mess around with.
Uh, uh, hey, I get
But hey.
curious.
Hey man, if you're role playing your character, it's whatever. You know, I'm not going to judge you for playing the game. I'm just making a comment on these things. They're tough little cookies.
Your fault for being
Uh,
kinder.
Yeah, it really is though.
Yeah, no. I'm glad that somebody remembered the lucky though, because it sounds like you did not have a backup character generated yet.
No,
I'm
I don't
here.
think any of us do. Oh, welcome
Okay,
back.
there's Thomas.
Wait, what? What was going on?
Nothing. We were just talking about the Griffins. There wasn't any role play. I was waiting to see you.
Okay.
Sephiroth looks all worried. He's like, "You ought not to go up to the Airy. They're they have eggs there. You know, they're much aggressive this time of year when they have eggs." And he will move on his turn. It is the
Griffin's turn.
and the three that are in the other nests are, they're calming down but keeping an eye on Farron. And the griffin in this nest, while it doesn't try to like do any more damage, it just tries to pick you up in its beak and move you further away from the nest. Because it assumes that you're dead and doesn't want your rotting corpse next to its baby. So it's going to make, I think it could easily enough bear you. It just moves you over here and then comes back and lays down. And it doesn't really seem to, it kind of casts a suspicious eye over at Pennybottom. While he hasn't been acting aggressive, to him, you guys are kin, and so, you can't recognize the
I just give it a
difference,
little wave. I continue drawing it.
and it comes back down and settles down. All eyes in the room are now on Pennybottom.
Have I finished my drawing yet?
Make a... Okay, yeah, you finished your drawing.
After I finish my drawing, I turn it and show it to the griffins and go, "You guys like it?"
They all kind of like cock their head like, what is this mad creature talking about?
And that's his turn.
With that, cool. With that, I need you to make another death saving throw for me, Justin.
Of course.
There's another save. So you're 2 saves and 1 failure, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. All right. That brings us to Zephyros' turn. You rolled a 20 on initiative, by the way.
Okay.
With his modifiers, that's 20 still. Anyway, so perfect. Zephyros comes flying upstairs, and at the sight of Zephyros, they immediately, Pennybottom, you can see the difference in their demeanor. They all kind of settle down, and he starts handing down some like dried corn kernels to them. Of course, giant-sized kernels, and they're munching on that. And they all kind of calm down, and that ends combat.
I go, "Zephyros, I drew them. And show him my drawing.
He walks over to you and like squints with one eye and leans down, like trying to view your tiny scrawls. And he goes, that is a excellent drawing, my friend. You should be smarter than to try and mess with the griffins.
I didn't mess with them. He messed with them." And I point at Farron.
Farron's unconscious corpse.
He's snoring on the ground, just like.
Not even that. He's like. Anyway.
What if the
He
egg
actually doesn't have any healing spells, so he's gonna pick Farron up, and he goes, "My friend, you must rest," and brings him down and sets him down on his bed. Justin, go ahead and roll me a 1d4 plus your con mod, or minus your, no, just kidding. 1d4 minus your con modifier, I think is the official rule.
3.
So 3.
No.
So you wake up in 3 hours with 1 hit point.
Okay.
At this point in time, I don't know. Is anybody going to do anything during those 3 hours?
I'm staying up there just drawing the griffins more and trying to let them form up to me rather than go to them.
I'm probably just reading my tome, my book of shadows. So
I float up to where he is to see him laying there, and then I float back down, sit on the table, draw out some more fruit, and if there's any meat around, and then I start jotting thoughts down on paper.
Cool. So you wake up alone in a giant ass bed. If you look over, there's a huge chest and this giant orb in the corner there.
you're probably lucky that Sephiroth didn't forget that you were on his bed and went and tried to go to sleep.
I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Cool.
Twice, actually. It breaks every time I do that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Ugh.
Why did it roll initiative for the griffin just now? Whatever. Okay. Okay. So.
This is just to check to make sure that my spells did get correctly set up.
I'm going to say that, forgive me for role-playing your character just a minute here, Justin, but Farron, after casting Healing Word, probably got pretty intrigued by the orb. As he's walking over to the orb, you'll see these windows here. He spots a silver dragon flying outside the window. A huge silver dragon glides through the clouds, approaching quickly. As it flies, you see a number of armored dwarves clutched in its talons.
Don't mess with it.
It is coming straight for the tower. It's fellining it.
After watching it for a minute, I yell down, "Hey guys, I think we have a problem."
Zephyros looks up at you, walks over and looks up at you, and he goes, "What problem could there possibly be this high up?"
There is a silver-ish dragon thing with a bunch of dwarves.
Zephyros swears under his breath, "All father be damned. Silver dragon! Quickly, Dante! Guard the doorway!"
I rush over to the doorway, and I poke my head out just a little bit. Hearing that there's a giant dragon, I trust that I'm going to turn into hot goo, so I just kind of stare at the doorway.
Cool. So, you see this, now I don't want the label. No. Okay, there we go. See this giant silver dragon land, and these armored dwarfs just kind of pour out of its talons.
Where did they land?
Right outside the door.
Okay.
You should be able to see them.
Yeah, I see them.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's kind of how it happens. It comes down and lands. These dwarfs stumble out of the talons. It's because he kind of like throws them onto the cloud as it lands, so he's not, so he can land on it.
Yeah.
Land an actually functional dragon here.
Hey guys, there is a giant dragon out here with a bunch of dwarves. They just sort of popped up like daisies.
Okay.
Coming out of the
So
ground.
at this point, you guys have. I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of time if you want to prepare. Literally in game time, you're going to have a minute to prepare and then roll initiative. So basically, it's a surprise round without being a surprise round. I need everybody to roll initiative. We'll go through your initiative, and then we'll add in the dwarves and everybody.
All right. Before I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself one more time.
Cool.
I ready
Penny
my
Bob's
battle
distracted by
axe.
these griffins way too much.
I ready my hand axe and my warhammer, knowing that there's a dragon and then a bunch of dwarves, and I'm not entirely sure whether they're friendly or not.
Yeah, they're armored. They're not drawing weapons, but they're reaching for their packs. Is what you can see, Dante. I've got
Okay.
Dante and Penny Bottom on the turn order.
I'm just checking.
I look over at Penny Bottom and really hope he's got a trick up his sleeve.
Problem with looking over at him is he's still up in the aviary.
Oh, I thought you said that
Oh,
he
the
was down
area.
there with me.
I'll have to fix that later. So, roll initiative, you said?
Yeah.
Am I selecting myself? Oh, whoops. I'm on the ruler. There we go.
How did you add the higher level cast?
I curse
It's
under
not
my breath. I curse Farron and be like, why did he have to try to steal that egg? Idiot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but for some reason I said how many it should be, but it's not actually multiplying it at higher levels for whatever reason.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
We'll work
If
on
you
that.
cast it, just roll an extra die or whatever.
Yeah, we'll work on that because
Yeah.
you should be able to. Through Roll20, I know the functionality is there for it. So, okay. Now we've got Dante, H up, Penny Bottom, Roland. Let's put Zephyros on here. Sorry, I was just looking at the stat block for this Silver Dragon. And and you guys are all probably pretty aware that dragons and giants have been notorious about fighting each other before. There's actually a lot of lore and history behind that. So you guys have either probably heard songs or tales or read it somewhere in a book about these fights between giants and dragons. It seems to be an ongoing battle. But we're going to jump right into initiative. You guys get the one turn before I'll add all of our friends. Farron, you were wherever you are. What are you doing?
I was going to float down
Gotcha.
using pixie dust. Why won't it save? There we go. Okay.
Cool. You're doing what? Floating down?
Yep.
Dope. Anything else?
Are we in combat or no?
As of yet, no. You just
Okay.
know whatever Dante has yelled at you that they have landed. Obviously you're inside, so you can't see them. Zephyros has been clearly is concerned. If you look at his face.
I'm hiding behind Zephyros.
Cool. Zephyros kind of like shakes his robe a little bit and like pulls it out for you to like kind of hide behind. Don't worry, Dante will hold them. And Roland, it's your turn.
Roland's turn. All right, so I'm assuming he's kind of covering, so I can't see them through him. But if I move over to here, I should be able to. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I move here. I should be able to see this guy right there. I'm going to. Let's see. Let me see the distance on this first. Okay, so I'm going to cast Hex on the one person I can see right there. Cast it at level 2 because I don't actually have an option at that.
Okay.
But I don't think there's anything bonus until you get to 3rd, 4th. Okay. So, as a bonus action, I make it so that when I deal damage to them, they take an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. Also, I choose an ability. When I cast a spell, they have a disadvantage on checks made with that. I'm going to choose Dexterity.
Cool.
And it lasts for concentration up to an hour. Okay, then.
Nice.
All right, so, and then I'm going to cast, of course, Eldritch Blast.
Oh, you're not even gonna fuck around. You're just starting it.
Going straight into combat, huh?
Oh, I thought we were in combat. Sorry.
You're mechanically in combat, yes, but
Oh. Okay, then if we're not actually in combat, then I guess I'll hold off.
right now the situation's unclear. Zephyros is concerned. These armored dwarves are reaching into their backpacks for something. Clearly
Okay.
not reaching for their weapons, but they do not seem, with the beeline of the dragon and the aggression, just kind of the quickness. No like formal announcement or anything. You could assume that they're probably not friendly, but I was just gonna see if you guys, waiting
I'll
to.
hold off on the Hex then. That's
Okay,
sorry.
Yeah,
I
I'll let you
apparently
take it back
misread
this
that
time.
situation.
Maybe you haven't.
Maybe I hadn't.
Maybe you haven't. Did somebody just roll something?
I'm
It
just
looks like
playing
it
with
worked
the
last time.
yeah, because I chose or I put 2 in the modifier.
Oh.
So you have instead of putting 1d8, put 2d8 for higher level casting.
But will it work if you say higher level than that?
I don't know. Let's see.
I think you have to manually add it.
Oh, maybe they're
Well,
having
sure.
you add it. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh no, because that multiplies it by 4, so it rolls it 4 times.
Okay, so I think what it is the.
Well, let's worry about the
Yeah.
Okay.
the
That's fine.
functionality of the feature later, if
Yeah.
you guys don't mind. So, you're not doing that then?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you going to do anything with your turn?
I'm gonna say that is my. I'll probably ready. Probably ready like an Eldritch Blast in case it seems like they're going to become aggressive.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, let's see. Dante, your turn.
Okay. So I see them pulling stuff out of their packs, and I'll holler at one of them, "Why are you here?"
Is that your full turn?
Well, yeah, it'll be my full turn. Is wondering why they're there. Ask
Okay,
a question.
You will get your answer at the end of this, at the end of Pennybottom's turn, most likely. Pennybottom.
I call down to Zephyrin and tell him, cast Featherfall on me as I fall, and I jump down the hole.
Great. Yeah, actually, because his roll was 20. So that
Well,
works
that
out
and
pretty good.
Featherfall can be cast as a reaction when you or someone else
Oh,
falls.
can it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he casts Featherfall on you as you jump down. being that it's now. Yeah. And then it's Zephyros's turn. As you land, he kind of pulls his robes around you too, as if trying to hide you from view. Let me get some initiative for some of our friends here. And at this point, the dwarf yells back. Let's see, what is he? Oh my goodness. Yes, I did have something selected, you doober. Yells back. He seems a little shocked that you guys didn't know they were coming, as these guys are pulling out these potions out of their backpack, and he goes, and he didn't expect to see somebody, a small folk either. He was expecting, dragon. He goes, we were sent here to see what this giant was doing. Are you in league with the giant?
We were grabbed by the giant and brought up on this little tower with him.
So you have been kidnapped.
I wouldn't say kidnapped, more like optionally taken, and we
willing participants in this abduction.
We already had to fight some other
Semi-willing.
giants, and so it was rather interesting having a friendly giant for once.
Gotcha.
He's been feeding us well.
He's been
He
treating
gave
you
us some
good.
fruit.
Okay.
Might be slightly on the kooky side, but he's nice.
You're okay. So you guys are attempting to make a persuasion that this is a friendly giant.
Mhm.
Dante, make a persuasion check. You'll get advantage because Roland's talking to you.
A BFG.
So persuasion.
Good thing it's got advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. He goes, oh well. Yeah. If this giant means no harm to the north, then we won't have any issues. Because as you guys are all aware, there's been issues with the cloud, all of the giants, really, because of the ordning breaking. There's been attacks and things like that. He looks at the other dwarfs. He goes, well, I'm convinced. And he looks up at the dragon. Time to go. And they all take off.
Nothing.
Simple exchange.
Whoosh.
So, sweet. You guys avoided a combat scenario with an adult silver dragons. So, way to go there. That could have been bad.
The best fight is a fight not fought, I say to myself.
Absolutely. So, end of combat. They take off. Zephyros looks around and he goes, oh, good. I didn't really feel like fighting anyways. It is time for a nap, though.
I request for him to put me back up in the area with the griffins.
Yeah, he takes you back up to the area before settling down.
See, this time I did the talking. Dante does do good talking.
Dante can be charming with luck.
So unless you guys have anything else you want to do, the rest of you guys' trip to Brinshander is uneventful. If you guys have some business that you wanted to take care of before we got there, we can roleplay that.
I'm just trying to become friendly with these griffins by letting them come to me rather than going to them.
So over time during the trip, you're just going up there and spending time.
I'm pretty much just spending the rest of the trip up there, drawing them and whatnot, except for meals.
So it's been that day was 4 or 5 days in. So I want you to make 21 animal handling checks for me.
Oh gosh.
For the record, I'm up there too, but I'm sitting behind Penny Bottom.
You're gonna make those with disadvantage.
21. Jeez.
Yeah.
Do you want us
Why
to
don't
just?
just roll? Yeah, just roll 21 d20s.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think it'll give us a separate. Oh, it will. Okay.
Wait, how did you? Oh, you put. Okay, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I just use a little dice thing in the toolbar on the left.
There we go.
Alright, I'm back.
I would say you guys' averages look high enough that they're not friendly towards you guys, while they keep an extra eye on Farron. But they let you guys approach and handle them. You guys can talk to them and whatever. Not really talk to them, but go up and pet them and stuff like that. They seem to be okay with you. They'll move around and leave the eggs. But if any one of you attempt to lay your hand on the egg again, it'll break whatever
Yeah,
relationship you have with them.
I don't try to do that again. I do go up to the one that I did try to grab the egg and hug it though.
I try and make good drawings of each of the eggs and all their little differences between all the eggs.
Oh,
Are these birds all on the first floor with me?
Hmm?
Are these birds all on the first floor with everybody?
No, they're upstairs in the airy.
Okay.
If they're to move, I would move the tokens.
Okay.
Yeah, they seem good with you. It accepts the hug after a few days of you trying. It opens up to you a little bit. Maybe it comprehended that it misunderstood your intentions, but it still won't let you touch the eggs. Yeah, is there anything else anybody wants to get done before we get to Bryn Shander?
I probably want to use my fairy dust on myself and make myself up to there so I can try to work a bond with them too.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a D100. $95.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Instead of being able to fly, you become invisible for 1 hour.
Could have been much worse.
At least it's
Yeah.
all positive things.
Yeah.
Now,
So now you're invisible. Morak's like, where did he go?
I'm right
Over
here.
at Roland. Yeah, he climbs down off the table. I can't see you, and is like trying to find you. Roll for initiative. No, I'm just kidding. Are you gonna try the pixie dust again so you can fly up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try pixie dust again.
Okay, give me another D100.
Jesus.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh god.
Excellent.
I saw this
You are now
time.
suffering from the effects of a confusion spell.
Oh god.
You are now confused. The spell assaults and twists the creature's minds, spawning delusions and provoking uncontrolled actions. It is up to a minute, so it doesn't last long. But you're invisible, but now you're just like wandering around, like attacking nothing and being all crazy.
Accidentally hit Zephyros.
Accidentally walks off the cloud.
Yeah, you won't go too far with that. Unless it happens again, then I might get a little meaner. But after a minute, your confusion ends, and you
But he's still invisible.
Yeah, he's still invisible. Are you going to continue to attempt to try and fly up there?
Probably not.
All right, cool. Does Anybody else want to do anything before we get to Bryn Shander?
No, I'm just playing my violin or viola while up there with the griffins.
So, weeks later, you guys eventually get to Bryn Shander.
With this mad giant.
Yeah. At this point, you guys are feeling well rid of. Cannot wait to get rid of Zephyros. He's probably driven you guys all to the point of, while you realize his nature is good, he's probably pissed you guys all off more than once. Or tried your patience, something. You're just happy to see the back of him. He pulls up to Bryn Shander and forms his staircase, and he goes, Marat goes, thank you, kind sir. Can you guys all see Bryn Shander, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
So you guys probably landed somewhere in this area. And it is freezing up here. It's a snowy wasteland. Yeah, that's how far north you guys have traveled.
I turned my blanket or my bedroll into a makeshift cloak.
Cool.
I go and jump in the snow.
Yes, yes. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
No, you're good. No worries.
Could have been
Freezing,
worse.
but you haven't endured any frostbite or anything, so
I make a snow
But it is-
angel.
Snow angel. All right, cool. Snow angels. And so I take it you guys are moving down to the town. Your provisions have all ran out, by the way. Anything you have between the times that Zephyros is just napped out, and you didn't feed you guys. You guys didn't die because Zephyros fed you enough to the point to keep you from starving, but you've depleted any rations you may have had. But are you guys all getting out following Morak then?
Yes.
yeah.
I don't see why not.
Yep.
No, other than
Get
that
away
huge
from-
party of people you left back there with multiple quest lines.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yep.
All right,
I summon good berries for everybody.
dope. So you're sustained for the day, gain 1 hit point, right?
Yep.
Cool. As you guys are walking down, Zephyros is seeing you guys off. He goes, thank you for traveling with me. I did enjoy your company. Please come back again soon. As you guys hit the ground, the stairs recede.
You just gonna
goes,
leave us here?
Oh yeah, he's taking off.
Shit.
Yeah,
Damn it,
he-
that's a two more rack.
Chosen one, and then he leaves.
yeah. No, he's efficiently crazy. Like he's from day to day, reality changes for this giant. Except for the fact that the ordining's broken and you guys are
The chosen ones.
the chosen ones. There's no consistency to him at all. During the time, he could have told you stories and retold them later with completely different details and outcomes.
Chosen one. I feel more like the frozen one, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, no, you guys are definitely freezing. At the end of this episode, you guys will have gained a level, by the way.
I for one was like, why do I have to wear so much metal? It's cold.
Let's see. So the town's situated on top of a hill, atop a hill south of the mountain known as Kelvin's Cairn, and that's a major landmark. You guys probably know what it is. It's a big ass mountain. So let's see. And it has from their hilltop they have a commanding view of the tundra. An attacking force must climb the barren hillside under the fire from archers before it can assault the outer wall. The walls, this is what I wanted. The walls are 30 feet high. The buildings of Branch Under are wooden structures with pitched rooftops to keep the snow from settling on them. Clouds of white smoke issue forth day and night from the stone chimneys. And this is a huge town, by the way.
Okay.
Like, it's more of a city. Let's see.
What do they call it? One of the 10 towns?
Oh, yeah, I think it is.
It's the main one of the 10 towns. It's the bigger one.
All right. So yeah, no, there's really nothing exciting going on when you guys are dropped off. And so I'm going to say you guys are like right here. There you go. Of course, that's not the scale at all, but just so you guys have that. There is a long line of wagons once you guys get close enough to the gate.
Okay.
Waiting to get in because they're all being frisked by a group of security here at the gate, looking through everybody's luggage, asking questions before admitting anybody. If anybody's been to Bryn Shander before, Dante, this seems highly unusual. Normally the gates just open and you can pass and come forth at any time.
So what you're saying is everything is. There are things about the town that are unusual that I don't recognize from the wars.
No, just the attitude. Like you could just stroll into town before. No, like the guards would be there, but they're not stopping and asking you questions and looking through, your wagon or luggage to see, just to make sure that there's nothing fishy going on. Security's heightened since the last time you've been here, I guess is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay. So I just kind of look around and kind of, narrow my eyes at all the guards and kind of try to subtly look at them and study them because things have changed.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, things are on edge. So by the look of the lines, it could be a couple of hours before you guys get in there. So let's just say it's 2 hours. For each hour, I want you guys to make a Constitution saving throw.
So 2 Constitution saving throws.
Yeah, 2 from everybody, I guess is what we're getting at here. Anybody that rolls a 10 or less is going to suffer a level of exhaustion for each failed save. Before you finally get admitted in, or before you finally get to the gate, at least. A lead guard kind of stands up and looks at you guys' group. What is your business here in Bryn Shander? And if nobody takes the lead, Morak will, unless either of you guys want to talk.
I basically say, well, we came up here as part of a meeting that we had with a giant. And so
A giant?
Yes.
Shakes his
he
head.
brought us
You are not admitted into Bryn Shander. Please leave.
My friend here is confused. We're actually here to give news to someone in the city regarding one of their relatives down south.
Morak pops up. He goes, yes, my dear friend inside Bryn Shander, his brother has perished. I'm coming to tell him the sad news. You can make a persuasion check with advantage because Morak's backing you up.
Do I roll persuasion?
No, you automatically failed for mentioning that you were on the giant side. But from that, you glean that they have been attacked by giants before, or at least had been some negative interaction with giants has happened on the town since.
Given high security and the fact that he just dissed me for talking about a giant.
Yeah, that's what you get out of that. So Roland needs to roll the persuasion check with advantage.
Okay, we'll do that. All right, persuasion check with advantage.
Yep.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
What'd you get?
13 two times.
Okay, cool. That was enough. He goes, "Oh, sorry for the misunderstanding. Please come in, find a fire quickly. You guys obviously aren't around here. Looking at your makeshift cloak and your lack of winter supplies, most of the people here are wearing layers and layers of fur and have those snowshoes on. In addition to the animals and stuff like that are pulling carts, they have the horses with the big, thick, shaggy fur, and they have got their own versions of the snowshoes on as well. So he ushers you through rather quickly, and would probably quickly point out the nearest inn. He goes, yes, my favorite place to grab a bite and a drink is Kelvin's Comfort, which is going to be located right about here for those paying attention.
Okay.
And so that's where he directs you guys to go to, if you want a good bite to eat.
We need a good bite to eat. Let's go.
I am going to perform.
Are you performing on the way or once you get in?
Once I get there.
You may want to let Justin know what 2 levels of exhaustions do.
Oh, sorry, I should have done that. Yes. I've never had to use it past first level, so crap. How do you spell exhaustion?
EXHAUSTION. Exhaustion.
Yay for spelling bee. So is Adam the bee who spells?
The B of spells.
No, bee who spells.
So level 1, disadvantage on ability checks. In addition to that, you've also got your speed is halved. Essentially, what you need to do is, let's see, you would need to have 2 long rests, so 1 per level, to completely be rid of the conditions of exhaustion.
Okay.
Just so we all aware. You can always find a place to perform, usually in an inn or tavern. Such a place you receive free lodging or food of modest or complete standard. This is a pretty good place. You guys can tell as you come in at any hour of the day, you would find this place full and full of very happy people. Because this is a great place to be. Very popular and very standard. Very to do. As soon as you walk through the door and you make eye contact with the guy behind the counter, he looks like a dwarf, and he's got a big bushy red beard that drags down to the floor, and he immediately sees you playing and starts clapping and motions you over and invites you to play at his tavern for free. He's just excited to have a bard here. Doing to the extent, the niceness and how full the bar is, it seems a little odd to you that there isn't currently a bard or 2 playing here, because to you see all you see is money signs. Ching, 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 ching. Because it's full. It's a very merry place. The dwarf offers you all a place at the bar to sit down, and brings up some drinks for you guys. He introduces himself as Ogden Flamebeard.
Ogden Flamebeard.
Yep. and he asks you guys. He asks you guys if you would like your. He goes, first drink is on the house, and he tempers. uh, he pours from he grabs a bottle from behind it, lays out some drinks for you guys, and oh, by the way, your song's great. Everybody's loving it. You get we'll worry about your tips here in a second. Everybody or he grabs this bottle from the top shelf. There it's like a typical bar here. There's just 2 or 3 shelves. He grabs it. There's while this bottle looks very ordinary, but the label on it is exquisite, and it says Ogden or Flamebeard's Fire Brandy, and he pours each of you a glass of this fire brandy, and then puts it back up on the shelf. Can I get you anything?
Perhaps a glass of water?
I would like some cider if you have it.
Of course, yes. He grabs you guys what you need and exchanges it out for the. Or no, he doesn't even exchange it out. He gives you and he goes, the next one you will have to pay for, though.
Is there any meat? Any food?
He's like, I can grab you a bite to eat. And hobbles off to get you guys some dinner. Let's see. Sitting next to you guys is a very well-armored knight, and he just seems to be hitting that fire brandy hard. He's just throwing back shot after shot.
I watched the knight take shot after shot and wonder who he is.
All right. Anybody else gonna do anything?
Ooh. Sorry. I, of course, ask for some food. To purchase some food.
Yeah, no. He's bringing you all something to eat.
I tap the knight on the shoulder and I ask who he is.
He turns and looks at you, and he goes, "My name is Sir Beric. I am a Knight of Tyr and a member of the Order of the Gauntlet. Who are you?"
My name's Dante. It's the fight of wars. These are my buddies that are with me. There's Farron, there's Pennybottom, and then there is Roland.
Well
Yeah,
met. Makes a quite the gesture. He's trying to keep his composure as he's like wobbling a little bit.
He's drunk.
And he keeps sniffing a little bit as snot like rolls down. And he keeps glancing. No, hold on. Anybody who's watching the interaction with Sir Beric needs to make a perception check or an investigation check.
So that's what I'll be doing too.
Yep. Oh, didn't notice that any of the rolls had come through. Didn't make the... Yeah, okay. You guys can all notice that he's watching the door to the bar very closely.
The drunk guy?
Yeah.
I continue sipping at my glass of fire brandy.
Cool.
I start asking him questions about what he knows about Bryn Shander and the town and how long he's been around as I take more shots.
You're asking what?
I asked this night guy about Bryn Shander and I asked him, what does he know about the town, and how long has he been around?
Mm,
What can he tell us about it that he knows about it?
yeah, he tells you. He can tell you pretty much anything. Lets you know that you can find anything you need here. It's actually a city, really. He lets you know that you can find whatever you need. There's plenty to look at. But the most interesting thing that he tells you is there's been frost giant attacks recently, and he's and that's the most interesting thing. He's worried about that. He's a native, born and raised here.
Awesome. Does he keep looking at the door? Like, how often does he look at the door?
Oh, he glances over at it whenever there's a break in the conversation, and then he's also like looking out over the crowd, just kind of like he's taking mental note of who's here. He's very clearly waiting for somebody or looking for somebody, even though he's not actively on duty right now. He's very clearly, it's still in his head, still working. He seems to be pretty well done knight too. He's got very fine clothing, very fine armor, of course, and all of his weapons are just very, very nice. Not ornate per se, that it's worth killing him and taking his shit, but they're nice, very well maintained. I just got to throw that in there, being I never know what the hell you guys are gonna do. I am trying to find the dang prices, official pricing for lodging and stuff.
I believe that's... Isn't that in the player's handbook somewhere in...
It is. I'm trying to find it in Roll20 though. Trade goods? Nope. Whatever. We'll just say for right now, he brings back the food and offers it with housing at a gold piece each for all you can eat and the night's sleep. And that's what Ogden Flamebeard tells you guys. And he brings you guys back a nice meal. There's fresh cooked bird. It's not a chicken, but you guys aren't sure what it is. And of course, all you can drink fire brandy. Anybody who drinks the fire brandy needs to make a con save for me.
Like how much of it, or just ever?
Just one sip of it.
Okay. All right. Con save.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas is really adept at drinking.
Yeah. Roland, from the first sip of that brandy, immediately gets a gut ache from hell. Suffers 4 poisoning damage and needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Another Constitution saving throw?
Absolutely. Okay, you're good. You just take the poison damage, but you're definite that this fire brandy that he has been talking so highly of is not a great. It's not as good as he's letting on. In fact, it's similar to something you've drank before called a Mirabin Gut Wrencher.
Mirabin Gut Wrencher, huh?
Yep.
Can I make a history check to tell what that one was? Because it sounds familiar, but I just don't remember any details about it.
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check with advantage.
Good for an advantage.
You are actually certain that this is, in fact, Mirabin Gut Wrencher, and he has just relabeled the bottle and is selling it at top tell. So basically what he's doing is he's relabeling these bottles, buying very cheap fire brandy, and then reselling it as high class fire brandy.
Hey, con man.
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing I'm still sitting at the bar. So I wave the bartender over. I'm just like, so this tastes fairly familiar.
He's
Does the brand of Mirabar Gut Wrencher mean anything to you?
I have never heard of such a thing.
Because I'm pretty sure that this is what it is. That you've possibly relabeled the bottles.
Not a week of
He,
that.
directly calling him out, he leans in really close and whispers to you, "A little louder, and you'll be sleeping outside tonight."
What is with your character pissing off innkeepers? I don't get it.
When did I ever piss off an innkeeper before?
Not in this game. The other game.
Yeah. I wasn't talking in character.
Anyway.
Wow, this city is big.
Yeah. You guys can pretty much find what you need here. I'm going to let you guys do what you will as far as this. You guys, like if you want to visit anywhere, just let me know where your character would want to go. I'm basically going to give you guys 2 free days of city adventure or interaction, whatever have you, to explore the city or do whatever you want for these next couple of days as downtime. You guys are getting two days of downtime. So, if there's anything you want to do, let me know. What I do want you, Justin, let's see, you did your enthralling performance,
Yes.
and you're also my popular demand. Make a performance check with advantage for me.
Alrighty. Ugh. Ugh.
Well, you've already doing pretty good. Go ahead and roll me 2d12. During the night, between all of your performances, you were able to earn in tips, and most of it being coppers, but equivalent to 7 gold pieces and 7 silver. But most of that was in copper. But it's a happy place, and people enjoy going there, and so your presence there was received welcomingly, and they have a good time. People who have a good time tend to spend money and tip their entertainments. So you did pretty good.
All right.
As the night wears on,
Sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead. This is not important to any details whatsoever. So
I just wanted to finish off, be like, sir, I could keep quiet if maybe you gave me some of my money back, because this is certainly not worth
he looks at you.
the premium.
Make a persuasion check. Okay, he looks around. All right. He gives you a full refund of your money and goes, "You do not tell anybody about the Friar Brandy, okay?
All
I've
right.
got a reputation around here."
Alrighty.
Did I hear
And he
this entire
brings you-
exchange means that I sat next to him?
Yeah, you guys probably heard this being next to him.
I'm on stage performing.
I just smile at the barkeep, giving it an evil grin.
I hear this going on, but I'm also carried on in my conversation with the night guy, and I was going to be probing him for information to see if he knows anything about the penny bottoms, given the fact that he was raised here.
Okay.
And I tell all the patrons there to spread the word that Farron the Glamorous Bard is in town.
Great.
Farron the Glamorous.
I want you to roll a d20, add your proficiency bonus, and Basically, you're making a charisma saving throw for me, but this is going to be a rumor or basically a rumor spreading check about yourself.
Do you want me to do a charisma saving throw?
Pretty much,
Just-
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ugh, God.
Well, you are not rolling very well tonight.
No, I'm not.
Didn't like it.
The game is not
Hey.
with
I mean, everybody's still well receiving you. This is just how quickly it spreads that, that you're a great bard. So I'm
Yeah.
going to say, everybody that hears tonight is probably going to talk well of you, but it's, you're not going to be drawing in a tenfold crowd tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Some more people will come, like their friends and neighbors will come to see if you're playing tomorrow night. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But you're not going to have all of Bryn Shander storming at the doors wanting to hear you play.
the glamorous, Baron, the glamorous.
Looking,
I take-
sorry,
I
go
take a bow and ask the bartender for a room.
ahead. Oh yeah, he's he. Are you still on the stage when you ask that?
No, I go up to the bartender.
Okay. When you go up to the bartender, he's looking at Pennybottom and in insight realizes that he's heard and hands him his gold back.
Oh,
And-
I don't want the gold back. I just was wondering if you had some dried provisions. See, I ran out of all my provisions during travel.
He looks at you. He doesn't give you. He still lets you keep your gold because he does not want you telling everybody in town about the junk that he's selling you, and brings you back 2 days worth of dried provisions and doesn't ask for any money. Thomas, then after that, you're able to have the interaction. He gives you your key to your room, and your room is on the 3rd floor, Farron.
Mhm.
And there's only 3 other doors up here. And as you go in, it's your own suite. Like you've got a sitting area and a separate area for your bedroom, and then actually your own bathroom with running water, which is
Wow.
nice. Yeah.
Is it hot running water?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay. I'm gonna take a bath.
But the
Yeah. This is a very well-to-do tavern. He's got tons of money at his disposal
Last
to
week for
afford
all the
these kinds
ales
of
I
luxuries,
sold.
especially being that it's frozen tundra outside. Having warm water is quite the luxury up here.
Yep,
Let
I'm gonna
alone
take a
warm
bath.
running water. Yeah, you take a bath. Dante, in your conversation during the night with Sir Barrick, he tells you, a little bit more about what he's been doing recently. Was there some specific information you were wanting?
Well, yeah, that I wanted some specific information. Plus, I was just asking about what he knows and everything like that. But I was asking about like whether or not he knows the penny bottoms or anything. Basically, I'm just trying to divulge information for the current quest. The reason why we're even here.
Okay, so you guys are talking about the ordin. You're basically telling him, you're trying to restore the ordning.
Yeah,
Is that what I'm getting?
yeah, basically.
He goes, that is why there's all this madness. He doesn't know the penny bottoms. He doesn't seem to have know anything about the ordning either. Just that these frost giants keep attacking the town. During your conversation, though, he tells you a little bit about. Let me read really quick. He's looking for a guy named Weevil, and he fears that the trail's gone cold on it. He doesn't plan on going out and looking for, or he plans on going out and looking for him in a couple of days. Let's see. You guys told him. No, that hasn't happened yet. Okay, so he also tells you that he's concerned about another member of the Order of the Gauntlet named Danica Zarn, a knight of Helm who has joined as a who's joined a splinter faction of the Order of the Gauntlet called Order of the Gilded Eye. And he tells you that the Gilded Eye has taken root in Helm's Hold, and that's a monastery south of Neverwinter. The Gilded Eye believes that demons and their vile worshippers are spreading corruption throughout the north. And the Gilded Eye Inquisitors have taken their worship of Helm to extremes and are determined to destroy anybody they believe is under the demon's sway, as well as anybody who challenges their ethics or beliefs. He doesn't encourage you to visit there, but if you do, to be very careful because they're kind of extremists, and any slight insult to their goals or beliefs will likely result in violence. That's the information you gather from him during the night. You guys are each also given a room, and your keys are your rooms are on the second floor. While they're private rooms, everything's in one room. It's nothing like what the bard has been given. But you do find warm water. There's a bell and a list of things that you can request with the bell, and a basin of warm water is on that, as well as food, drink, a warm, a bedpan to keep the sheets warm, things like that.
So not like a suite like his, but like kind of like just a room.
Yeah, you're getting a single room with a bed, places to put your stuff, a chest with a key so you could lock things in there if you're on an extended stay. It's a nicer room for sure, but it's not decrepit. You're not sleeping on like an old smelly mattress full of fleas, but it is one of the nicer rooms in an inn you guys have probably experienced.
Or sleeping on the table.
I guess if you want to pass out on the table, you can.
No, I said it's not a giant table with a giant that passes out every 5 seconds.
No, it's definitely not. Unless anybody has anything else they want to do specifically tonight, I'll pass it on to the next day for you.
I'm just going to sit at a table in the common room and just read my Book of Shadows.
I go down and get Penny Bottom and bring him up to my suite.
Oh.
I follow the bard to his suite.
Watch out, he's very charismatic.
It permits you to do a number of things.
No.
And additionally, Morak has gone off on his own thing. He's gonna go look for that guy that he told you about earlier. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. So I open my bag, and I give him the 6 gemstones worth 100 gold pieces apiece to him to use as for his spellcasting materials if he ever needs them.
Oh. Are you sure? These are rather valuable.
Shh.
Okay. I slip them into my bag. You said that was 6 gemstones?
Yes.
Where did you get those? Oh, yeah, I know where you got those from.
I wash myself and kind of do some self-maintenance since we've spent the last 26 days flying that castle thing.
And I'd imagine suffering 2 levels of exhaustion, Farron, that your character is probably pretty keen to at least take this first night kind of easy.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's going to sleep after this. He has a plan for Penny Bottom later.
I'm scared.
And you guys can easily find what you need here, and I'm going to add a file to your guys' journal on Brinchander, so that if you guys want to do anything, you guys have kind of the information on key points in the town. So I want you guys to be able to, if you want to go see, a smith or something, I want you guys to be able to go do that. Because you guys wake up the next morning and you guys have free, 2 days of downtime to spend how you will.
I go to the barkeep and ask, does anyone in this town have an affinity for playing with gears or gizmos or tinkering in general?
Let me see. Most assuredly, there probably would be somebody. But I
does the
want to
barkeep
see.
know that?
Barkeep, he's like the most popular barkeep in town. So if anybody's to know anything, he's probably the guy to ask.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably, other than, officials in town, he's probably one of the most well-known people.
I also asked him how much for the week in the room.
Oh, we.
Give me a second. Let's see. We've got accounts all. Marketplace. He tells you if you're to find you could pretty much find anything you want at the marketplace, which is right here.
And I'm sure they sell warmer clothes there as well.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. He tells you this is a big marketplace. And you're going to be able to find whatever you need at the marketplace without issue.
All right. And then how much for a week worth of lodging and food?
Let me check my player's handbook real quick. All right. So each day here would actually be 8 silver pieces. So times that by 7. And that's going to include your food, drink, and lodging for the week. And that's for one of your guys' rooms. If you guys wanted a suite, you're going to be looking at 2 gold pieces per day. But once Firebeard does see Farron come back down, he requests that you come back and play tonight and offers you another free night at the inn because the crowd really enjoyed having you there.
Of course. I plan on playing every night I'm here.
Fantastic. I will keep this room set aside for you then.
He's more likely to return if you keep me happy. I see this barkeep.
Are you trying to persuade him or intimidate him?
I'm trying to persuade him.
All right,
rather than pay the 58, I want to just hand him 50 silver for the room and board for the week.
You just want 50 silver, so 5 gold. So tell me what this looks like a little bit. How is this going down?
I just go, he is more likely to stick around if I stick around and if I'm happy. I have quite a pull on his strings here as well.
Are you like sliding the gold across to him?
Yeah, I said, and I'd be willing to go ahead and help him stick around if we were to say it's only 5 gold for the week rather than, the 5
14.
gold to 8 silver.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm going to totally fumble this one.
Oh, God.
Oh.
You're so lucky you had advantage.
Right?
He smiles as he takes the silver off the table.
It would have been 48 silver, not 58 silver. 4
Or was
times
it 48?
7. I mean, 8 times 7 would be 48.
Well, let's say it was 3
Wasn't
gold.
it?
How about that?
Was it 8
8
times?
times
Is
7
my
is
mind
56.
breaking?
56.
8 times 7 is... No, a week is actually 10 days in this world, so
Oh, yeah.
Whoops.
quite a bit more. 80 silver, so
Uh,
8 gold pieces.
I try and get it for 7 gold rather than the 8 gold.
Yeah, he takes the money off the table, smiling. He goes, "Done, my friend. Please keep this bard here as long as you can." People are moving in for breakfast. Some of them, are excited to see Farron, and are asking him if he's going to be here again tonight.
Of course. I will be here every night I am here. I will perform for all of you.
I asked Farron if he wishes to visit the market.
Actually, yes, that's where I was planning on going,
We
actually.
both could use some heavier clothes.
We need warmer clothes.
I was
for sure.
actually going to make my way to the market this way.
All
Go
right.
to the market.
So you guys all go to the market.
All looking for warmer clothes.
Yeah, you guys easily find what you need as far as warmer clothing.
What's the cost on that one?
It's for a full setup, like boots and everything. You're gonna need 2 gold pieces for these clothes.
Can I try to barter?
Yeah, this is Dungeons and Dragons, fool. You can try anything.
All right.
Does my reputation help me get a cheaper price?
Roll a. Give me a charisma saving throw. What are you trying, Adam?
Me? I was just gonna be like, 2 gold sounds a little much. How about we go 1 and 5?
Give me a persuasion check. What price are you trying to offer, Justin?
I'm trying to get it for a gold.
Who would have went first in this exchange? Because obviously you both weren't talking to the vendor at the same time. Like, who would have been like the first transaction here?
I don't know. I was the one that started.
Adam said it
mentioning
first,
so
yeah.
Yeah, he's fine with giving it to you for your price. He hands over. He takes a look at you really quick, looks you up and down. He goes, yes, I think I've got the sizes needed here. Starts handing you stuff over. Some of these in the marketplace, some of these are stalls and some of these are actual buildings. They're all, it seems like because some of these are just stalls, some of them are just travelers, but others of them are permanent establishments. This would have been a permanent establishment. And then you're able to get yours for a gold as well.
Sweet. And then, is this also the leather worker? Or is this just a clothing merchant?
Yeah, this person doesn't tool any of the clothing.
Okay.
They buy and resell. It's very mundane clothing, nothing special about it. What were you asking, Dante?
Oh, I was saying I would try the same type of bartering and persuasion as them to barter down the price on mundane clothing. That would keep me warm.
Are you wearing any insignia from whatever group you were involved with when you're in the wars up here?
Yeah, I'm wearing the insignia of the army, or the battle army that I was with.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
So how do I make a persuasion check with advantage? Because I've just been rolling persuasion itself.
Just roll persuasion. It rolls twice.
Just roll it because it rolls advantage for you. I'm just letting you know you can take the second number. Or
whichever the highest number is.
Yeah.
I did roll it.
I don't think you did. I think you're lying to me.
Ooh, there it goes.
He kind of he sees your insignia and spits at your feet. Goes, you lot did a terrible job when you were up here. It is 2 gold pieces for you.
I just kind of look at him and just go, I'll remember that the next time that you're having issues with this thing, especially with you insulting my troops.
He goes, "That's fine. I hope you don't come back. You lot did a terrible job. Do you want the clothes or not?"
Yeah, I'll take the clothes, because I got to keep myself warm. But
Okay,
seeing as how
take the
Take-
gold out of your inventory. Penny Bottom doing any bartering?
No, I just flat out flipped him the 2 gold and grabbed the clothes that he gave me, and then asked him where I could find someone who likes to tinker.
He goes, "You're wanting Grandfather Gnome," and tells you that it's just a couple of houses or a couple of places down.
I begin dashing towards Grandfather Gnome's place.
Is anybody
I mean-
going with Penny Bottom?
No, I
Yeah.
am actually looking for a jeweler of some kind.
Okay.
I'll go with Penny Bottom.
Anybody going with Penny Bottom, we're going to handle this interaction, and then we'll move to the other interactions.
No problem.
You're still in the marketplace area. It's just like a couple of, this map is not an exact, this is where this house is. This is just like areas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That marketplace is like, can you guys see this?
Yeah, it's pretty large.
Yeah, it's this whole area. Like each one of these houses isn't a literal representation. So you run down here. This building that you enter or walk upon looks like it's literally made for somebody of a gnomish size, but it's large. There's a second floor. There's no symbol on the door or any kind of advertising or anything. No large window to stare in and look at anything. As you go in, there's a couple of gnomes playing dice at a table nearby. One person. Let me give a description of this place. In the corner, there's a couple of gnomes working on what looks like a construct of some sort without a head yet. The head's laying on the table nearby, and they're pulling gears and stuff out of it. And then in a corner, dozing on a leaned back chair, is a very elderly looking gnome. You're actually thinking that he's seen the better of his time and is on the brink of death, but he's just dozing in a chair.
I look around, I speak in Gnomish. Hi guys, how you doing?
Everybody looks up at you, and they're cheerful, happy to see another gnome. One of the guys playing dice invites you to sit down and pull up a chair, play some dice with them.
I sit down to play dice with a gnome, who's probably going to cheat me out of a bunch of gold.
Did you want to play, or were you right in there after him? Whoever went with?
Yeah,
Who went with him?
I went with him.
Dante went with.
Yeah, you're gonna have to crawl on your hands and knees to get in the door.
This is a gnomish building.
Yeah, it's a gnomish building. They all kind of look at you and are then they look back at Penny Bottom. They go, "Is he with you, the big one?"
I say gnomish. He's my bodyguard.
Okay, and they go over to the other corner of the room and start clearing away tables and stuff so he can sit there without having to stoop too much, or stand there without having to stoop too much, whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I look around the room. I go, it seems there's work to be done here. I'm rather proficient as a tinkerer as well. If you guys need some assistance.
At a later time, let's play a game.
Okay, let's play a game.
All right. At this point, we'll move to, while I'm looking up a gnomish dice game. What is Adam? What are you doing? What are you up to?
Well, I was probably going to go and look up some other provisions that I would possibly need, because we did get the winter clothes, but I am low on rations, so I'm looking for maybe just a kind of general store that would also sell some travel food.
Gotcha.
Though that might be the best place to get the food, might be an inn, but anyway.
No, there's plenty of places where you can get traveling provisions.
Okay.
And so you're just looking at that. It's going to be whatever the cost is for provisioning for rations. So 5 silver pieces per day.
Okay.
And a lot of it
So-
will be dried meats this far up because there's not a whole lot of, fruits to dry and nuts and stuff like that because it's a frozen wasteland
it's-
up here.
5 silver per ration, you said?
Correct. Are you going
Can
to do
I try
anything?
to talk him down from the price? Give him
Yeah, how are you going to do that?
like, hey, it seems a little bit pricey. Maybe we could try 2 silver and 5 copper per ration.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Chanel.
He looks at you and goes, I won't make any money tonight, but sure. And he'll get you your rations at half price.
All right, so that would be. I was gonna get 10 rations, so that would have been 50 silver or 5 gold. I get it for 2.5.
Okay, so are you going to do anything special at all during this, or?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No. Other than that, no. At this moment.
All right. Dante's watching the fight, or not the fight, but the game. What was
turn into a
Farron up
fight.
to?
I was looking for a jeweler to sell some stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, you could definitely find a jeweler in the marketplace. Typically, they've actually got a storefront, and it's one of the larger buildings here. You can see some of their works on display at either side of the large window, and again at the door. Outside the window, there are 2 large. What are they called? Gosh darn it. They're like half giants or whatever. The Goliath, yeah. There's 2 large, heavily armored Goliaths outside and one inside the door. When you go to move inside the door, the Goliath asks you for any weapons before entering because there's jewelry all over the place, and it's crazy nice. It's almost a modern jewelry store would look like.
Oh, sure. I pull out my rapier and my daggers and stuff like that, but I keep my viscous dagger hidden because I don't want to hand that one over.
Okay. He just trusts that you've given him all the weapons. He doesn't search you or anything. This is a pretty safe town for the most part, so he's not, it's not like they're constantly having thieves, so he doesn't feel inclined to search you. Especially being that he'd heard about a new bard in town, and he lets you know that he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna come see you play tonight. I heard you were well."
Oh, good.
Yeah, and he lets you go inside. Yeah, and there's a few people working. Mostly just half elves in this establishment.
Okay.
And one random human named Jared. Just
So I go up to them and I ask them if they are willing to buy jewelry.
The half elf looks around and gives you a weird look. He goes, "Absolutely. What have you got to sell?"
I put the 3 beautiful golden necklaces I have that were 250, the silver jewelry box, and the amethyst drinking cup on the counter.
He takes out a little eyeglass, like they have at jewelry stores, looks at it, does all the necessary tests, wanting to make sure it's authentic. He puts it down. This takes maybe 5-10 minutes. He puts it down and looks up at you and goes, he gives you half price. He gives you an offer for half price on all of these items.
I'm gonna see if I can persuade him to go up to 75%.
All right. What does this look like?
I'm like,
some
well,
flavor.
I don't think they're only worth that much. So, can we meet in the middle?
Roll a persuasion check. He goes, absolutely. So you get, for those items, 75% of the value on that.
I need a calculator.
And he also offers to give you an armed escort back to wherever, if you're going to take this to a bank or back to your home. He doesn't really recognize you, so he's not sure if you live here or not, and he offers you an armed escort so that you don't, just to make you feel like a valued customer or whatever. He doesn't expect you to get robbed, but you're also going to be carrying around a hefty amount of gold, which will be pretty obvious. I'm
So
assuming.
how much is the amethyst drinking cup worth?
Amethyst drinking cup.
Yeah, though I stole from one of the leader's
Citron.
bodyguards. Yeah.
That's right. I remember that now. I could got away with that one.
Wonder how much that griffin egg would have been worth.
Apparently, death. Or nearly.
Your life.
Nearly headless, Nick. Nearly headless.
How much was one of those with the jewels worth? Those are 200?
250 for the gold necklaces.
250? Okay. Yeah, I think this probably would have been in the like 100, probably about 100 gold is the worth on that. Which why these guys were just carrying these around is unusual, but so you got 75 gold for that.
Sweet. Plus 298. Yes, I will take that escort. First, before I leave, I asked him if he has any magical items that I might be interested in.
Oh.
Let's see. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Holy crap. 68, 69. Roll me a D1 102.
Okay.
$91. He shows you a ring.
Okay.
And goes, this is a very valuable ring. Wearers of it, if they can wield it, just get that they're able to they just know things that they wouldn't have known otherwise. However, if you're not however, if you're unable to wield it, it could invoke insanity. This is the only magical item I have here. Let's see. There's no price on it though. He is going to sell this to you at a price of 500 gold pieces.
All right, I'll buy it.
Okay. And he tells you what it does, which I will be sending to you via messenger. Now, whether you choose to divulge this to the group is up to you. But until you do, nobody else gets to know what this does.
Ooh, okay. All right. I'm going to read this real quick.
All right, so we're going to move over back to the dice game. He tells you you're going to play a game called Halflings and Giants.
Halflings and Giants.
Does anyone know
Yep.
said game?
That's a very funny erotic title.
The name on that ring is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, right. Random tables are fun. So what the game is, and you all would probably have played this game before. Basically, you're going to bet against the house. They're going to match the bet, whatever you bet. The house is going to roll a D8. Nope, a D10, sorry. And you are going to roll 2D6. And whoever gets the highest number wins, essentially. Except for a 7 is a push, meaning nobody wins. And if you roll a... no, that's it. That's all for the rules. So how many rounds did you want to play with this guy?
I'm not sure. I would only play as long enough to make sure that he seems like he's being chummy with me.
Oh, okay. Well, he's already chummy with you. Like, there's not very many gnomes this far north, and
Yeah.
so you're surprised to find a gnomish establishment here.
Yeah.
What are you going to bet for your first round? Because you are going to play at least one round.
Yeah, my first round, I'm going to bet 5 gold.
5 gold?
Yep.
All right. Now I want you to roll 2d6. All right, great. So you win the 5 gold. You can either choose to go on to the next or take your money. If you go on to the next, you have to put down 5 more gold, and you roll 2d6, and they're going to roll the d12.
I will put down
But
5
if
more
you
gold.
Okay. If you lose the next round, however, you lose all of the gold.
All right.
All right. 2d6. All right. He asked you if you want to go again. Same process. You're now 10 gold up, 20 gold sitting on the table.
I decided to throw another 5.
Right. This time, he's going to roll a d20.
That's amazing.
What is this one?
Oh, you rolled a 7. That's a push. So you go on to the next one, which that's the top tier. Anyway, so you've completed the game, and so you win. You've won 30 gold, or not full 30, 15 gold, and you bet 15. That's where the 30 comes from.
All right. So add 15 to what my current is.
He goes, I'll get you next time.
I'm sure you will. Generally, the house does win. What?
Oh,
What's this project we're working on here?
I sit here entertained by this.
yeah, it's definitely entertaining. Like, normally people don't get to the 3rd round, and so everybody in this, it's actually, you've come to find out during conversations, right? Because the actual play of this game isn't just this versus this. It's a little bit layered, but just for the mechanics of on our
I
sake.
found the Reddit post of the transcribed version of that.
Oh, okay. I was just calling it from memory from something I saw last week. But at any rate, you you don't normally get that far, and most people who play to play past the first or second level tend to lose it. So there's pins and needles, but you've learned during that time that this is actually a tinkerer's guild. And he tells you that they're working on this construct for the jewelry shop because they're tired of paying the gosh dang it, what are they called?
The Goliaths.
The Goliaths, yeah. They're tired of paying for 3 Goliaths and would much rather pay for 2 Goliaths wages.
Oh. I'd be happy to lend my wrench.
Okay. So go ahead and make a tinker's check for me.
Ooh.
All right. So you get over there and you look at it. This is a little bit more complicated than you're used to, but you're able to put a couple of pieces in pretty successfully, and they're happy for the help. If you're going to stay there for any more amount of time, they're just, once you've done that, he tells you, all right, we're getting the last pieces to connect the head. So if you want to do that for them, make another Tinkerer's Tool check for me. Yeah, you're able to install the head on this thing, and they all look really pleased, and they go, when grandfather awakes, he will be so happy. And you've now made friends at the Tinkerers Guild.
I begin to talk to them. So are you guys just tinkerers, or are any of you guys of the magic sorts as well?
Grandfather is magical.
Ooh, because I am also a magical tinker.
They look at you with some respect because of grandfather. He's the only magical tinkerer in town. For your information, grandfather is a level 20 wizard.
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
We're basically dealing with the god here.
You can sense the magical just emanating from him at this point. And
Even when
he's just
sleeping, just
he's sleeping, old and decrepit, but you just feel these waves of magical energy around him. Now that you know that, and now that you've been there long enough, you can identify him as a high level magic user, and so you have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
This exchange probably would have taken a while.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to do, Adam?
I probably at this point would. Let me see. I'm just trying to double check that I've got everything I would reasonably need to have. I was looking through. I didn't see anything necessarily. Oh, I guess I could probably use like a mess kit or something like that. So maybe just some other basic supplies or whatever. But honestly, that's probably good for today. Or today's buying and selling.
Looking for regular adventuring gear, you can spend the day doing that. Just go ahead and buy whatever you want off of the adventuring gear table, or page, I guess I should say. You're going to be able to find everything you need there at the marketplace, with the exception of a few things. So like anything with a value of 25 gold pieces or higher, you're going to need to find a specific seller for it.
Okay.
Farron, is Farron going to do anything now that he's got an armed escort?
He is going to go look for a leather worker.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to find one super easy. There's a couple of leather working stalls, but one of them seems to be of a much higher quality.
Okay. I'm gonna politely ask, sir, I have a question. Do you have any magical pieces of studded leather armor?
He smiles and looks at you. Of course I do. Of course I do. He wait right here. He goes to the back of the stall and looks through his chest. pulls out some armor. It is actually completely blue in coloring.
Yes.
He goes, I am not sure how to change the color on this, but it is magical in nature. I did provide some good enchantments on it. Basically, you're purchasing +1 armor, which is going to be at a cost of. Why can I not find this?
And then +1's an extra bonus to AC.
Yeah, AC. So it gives you +1. That was studded leather.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not giving me any pricing.
Studded leather normally is 45.
Okay. So this is going to be 100 gold pieces is what he asks for it.
And I'm gonna ask if he'll take 90.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, nope.
Well, you never know. Hold on. Yeah, he's pretty firm. Yeah, I need 100 gold pieces. This took several 10 days to enchant.
Okay, well, I give him 100 gold for it.
He goes, thank you kindly. Please come back soon. Eyeing the your escort from the jewelry shop. He puts two and two together rather quickly and assumes that you've got just an abundant amount of gold.
And I'm gonna go ahead and identify, see if there's anything else on it.
Yeah, it is just +1 armor.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, I'm gonna go try to find a musician's shop.
Okay. Yeah, you could easily find something of that nature. You're looking for something obviously higher of quality, I assume.
Oh yes.
Okay. So yeah, you're able to find a shop for instruments. Yeah, it's doesn't seem to be used very much, but it's not a lot of traffic going in and out of it, I guess I should say. But yeah, you go in there, and at first glance, at all, you can find pretty much any instrument you're looking for of mundane quality. I'm assuming you're going to ask for a magical weapon or
Magical flute, yes.
magic flute. Okay. So he brings out a flute, and you can quickly identify that this flute, while it looks completely mundane, in fact looks like something that would be used by, like, what are those people called in wars where they play instruments to convey instructions on large scale wars? What are those people called? I forget. Like
Like the Herald?
I don't think they're called heralds. Maybe
I'm
they
not
are.
sure.
Anyways, that's what it looks like, is something that would have been used for giving instruction on a large scale. but he assures you that it is magic, and he wants 250 gold pieces for this.
Oh,
Sorry, what
And
was
he
the effect
assures
on
you that he hasn't told you.
it? I ask him if I can identify it before I make a purchase.
Hmm. Yeah, you can go ahead and you can go ahead and he hands it over to you and lets you look over it.
Okay, I use identify on it.
Okay. So basically, what this gives you is you do you're able to cast you're able to cast. Basically, the mechanic is that you're able to cast a. Oh, what did you roll actually? Oh, identify. Sorry, identify.
Yeah.
You're able to cast during combat. You're able to cast. Basically, it's an improved critical. Everybody, a number of creatures of your choice are able to, up to your charisma modifier, get improved critical, as long as you can maintain concentration on the song. And that's going to give an improved critical. So 19s and 20s are now going to be a crit during this process, and they will also get an additional 1d6 to damage of the weapon's type when they get that crit.
Okay, I will take it.
250?
Yep.
You got it. So
And I
that's
wave
not-
I wave at my construct and tell him that I don't need an escort anymore.
Oh, this is a Goliath.
Goliath, that's what I meant.
He looks at you and shrugs and walks off. He doesn't even say anything. Is Dante still chilling with Pennybottom?
Yeah, he's still chilling with Penny Bottom. Watched him
Okay.
install that head thing.
All right, cool. Give me just a second. Yeah, your next couple days, unless you guys have anything that you want to do for these downtime, are just spent, making merriment and buying provisions, stuff of that nature.
I'm rather intrigued to meet this Father Tinker.
I would
Oh.
actually like to ask around town about these frost giant attacks and everything that have been plaguing the town of late.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's something that anybody will tell you. There's been one previous frost giant attack, and they
Okay.
keep asking for a certain individual by the name of Artemis. They can't remember his last name, but they know no such persons here. Every time they come, though, they attack the walls and try and get in to look for him. The watch was able to just barely hold off these frost giants last time, but they fear that everybody's dead scared that they're going to try and enter again.
Reasonable fear.
Yeah. Grandfather, you could probably come back the next day. They tell you that he sleeps most of the time, so you need to catch him early in the morning for Grandfather Gnome. But you're able to catch him the next day early in the morning. When you catch him, he's busy reading out of his spell book.
I just sit at the table across from him and pull out my spellbook and just begin reading until he speaks.
An hour or so passes by before he even acknowledges your existence, and he looks up at you rather surprised.
Oh,
I-
hello.
I assumed you were one of my grandsons. I do apologize.
Oh, no, I helped them build a construct yesterday. They told me you are someone who's only awake in the morning.
Yes. At my age, you sleep most of the time.
I'm
I'm
curious.
just getting ready. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm curious, why did you choose not to teach your grandsons magic? Do they not have affinity for it?
As much as I love my grandsons and my sons, they are not great at learning magic. They are much better at learning to build things.
They did build that construct rather well.
Mm, I could have done it better, but it'll work.
I'm sure. And by the way, I'm using it like if the Gnomish language has the proper, like, respectful ways of greeting and speaking to him, I'm using that version of the language
Okay, cool.
versus the type of language you would use with your friend, just to show a level of respect with him.
Yeah, absolutely, it would. And he, you can see that you're well received in talking to him. He's not showing any disdain, and he lets you know basically. I'm getting, he tells you the reasoning for starting. Looking in his spell book, he's like, I'm just looking at the proper enchantments for this item.
Oh,
And
do you mind if I watch and learn?
he goes, yeah, you can stick around. He spends the next maybe hour or so enchanting it with different things. Basically, giving it a false life, ability to, take orders, stuff like that, basic understanding. And if you're paying attention, make an Arcana check for me. Oh, nice. So yeah, you're able to identify a lot of the spells that he's using. I'm not going to list them all, but you're able to identify a lot of the spells that he's using. After he's done, he offers to let you write down a couple of spells out of his spell book.
Oh, certainly. I would love to take a look at your spell book.
So you can take any 2 spells off of the wizarding spell list that you have a spell slot for, and of course the gold cost for writing that will need to be taken as well.
Awesome. I will start browsing that wizard spell list again. So maybe let's pop to someone else while I'm browsing.
Gotcha. Yeah, it sounds like everybody's pretty full up on their stuff, right?
Yep, I'm good.
All right,
Yeah.
great. Artemis Cimber is the person they're looking for. Later in the day, another dreadfully cold day in Icewind Dale has you bundled up in your warmest furs. Brindshander's Market Square bustles with knucklehead trout fishers selling their finest scrimshot at traders from the south, while their folk warm their hands and faces by a campfire. Across the town, people are trudging through their snow-covered streets on errands. The outer walls block the worst of the wind, but not all of it. A sudden blast occasionally catches everybody by surprise. But the mood in the town changes very abruptly. Something is wrong. Pedestrians are vacating the square with haste, disappearing into their homes, as spear-trotting guards with grim faces are appearing out of, you may not have noticed them before, but they appear out of nowhere. As you guys hear in a booming voice from the distance, surrender, Artis Cimber, or die. And with that, we're going to end today's session.
Okay.
Cliffhanger.
Alrighty.
Well, thanks for joining us today. Of course, like us, share us, subscribe on the links below. I'm the Warlock again. Thanks for watching, guys. I do truly appreciate it. I'll just hand it right off to Thomas.
Yeah, this is Thomas Paxton, and you'll know me as my Twitter handle at PeterSF1991. If you're listening to the credits. When I'm not doing this, I'm also right now writing, and I'm going to be doing another podcast. I'll be putting up on SoundCloud. You can find it there. But aside from that, we'll see what's next for Dante and his friends in this next chapter next week. Hand it off to Adam.
Oh, well, it's Adam. I am now playing the mysterious Roland Wraithrin instead of poor Sutha, who perished last time. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Dylan?
Alright then.
All right. I'm the Tinkerer, also playing Penny Bottom, who's a Tinkerer. um, I'm just helping run the stream and make sure everything runs as smooth as possible. Go, Justin.
My name is Justin. I'm playing the Glamorous Bard, and I will be streaming eventually. And yeah, it was a fun day. It was a very fun day.
It was fun. I really enjoyed today. I loved. I did love the giant you guys were traveling with. That was a lot of fun. Probably really frustrating for you guys, but I really enjoyed that. But hey, again, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Catch us next Sunday at 11 a.m. And if we have credits, roll them.
Bye.
Nice.
See ya.
Bye.